All right. So, last we were here, you all were in the town of Oakhurst, where you all heard a variety of rumors and goings-on that caught your attention. Some of you are looking for potential leads on your heritage based on rumors that you heard of the abandoned Sunless Citadel. Others of you are simply here to restock your homes, but heard other intriguing rumors about goblins coming in to auction off an apple, whispers of which have been spreading and excitedly spoken of by the other townsfolk. For the summer solstice is a time of celebration for them. Others are mostly fulfilling their wanderlust and seeing what the world has in store for them, to see where they might be led down this old road. And through conversations and some coincidences and meetings with old friends, you all came together with a common purpose, which is to find this sunless citadel where you might find answers for the problems that you yourselves face or the problems of the village itself. You wandered down the old road until you came across a chasm, wherein you traversed down through a series of handholds and footholds because you didn't trust the rope that was the pillar. You all made it down safely, and you made your way down a long, zigzagging stairwell, where you now begin. So, this area that you see before you, the narrow stairs empty into a small courtyard, apparently the top of what was once a crenellated battlement. The buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. That floor stretches away to the north and south, composed of a layer of treacherous crumbled masonry, which reaches to an unknown depth. To the west looms the surviving structure of what must be the sunless citadel. A tower stands on the west side of the courtyard.
I'm sorry, JR, I got a little lost in the description. Can you describe that again? So what are we looking at? We've gone down the stairs and we're not, are we underground?
Um, sorry. So, you guys went down into the chasm.
Okay.
That you guys ran across, because this was right around the area that the Sunless Citadel was reported to be.
Okay.
And the stairs have brought you down into the small courtyard at the bottom of the chasm.
Oh,
and
okay.
before you is the Sunless Citadel.
Okay.
Surrounding the entire citadel, both on your right and your left, and just surrounding you is crumbled masonry and various debris from the collapse and sinking of the Sunless Citadel.
Okay. Cool.
So,
I want to talk to Siri a little bit because I got the torch. So, be like, You finished the description, right, JR? Sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't know if I cut you off.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. That's so cool that you know magic. I used to work for I work for let me rephrase it. That's so cool that you know magic. I'm part of a circus, and some of the people in the circus knew magic. The ringleader actually, he could make like a duplicate copy of himself, and sometimes he would start the show with two of him running around, and it was so fun. So that was cool. And then she's gonna kind of turn and look at Remy and be like, "Oh, Remy, you don't know."
My audio is awful right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's your side because I keep getting connection errors. So
Okay.
I heard like a quarter of JR's description and like half what you just said.
Okay. I just talked to Siri about magic, and then I just said I was talking about the circus, and then I was like, "Oh, Remy, you don't know."
What does Remy not know?
The circus got disbanded, or it was attacked. We entered a city, and they knew that we were coming, and they attacked us, and they separated. The circus doesn't exist really anymore. It's
That explains why we found you in a bar.
yeah.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, no, I didn't leave the circus. It got disbanded a little bit, and it's gone. I don't know where anybody else is. Oh, okay.
Well,
But yeah,
they're probably not down here.
no,
Just
probably
an idea.
not. No, I didn't think so. I wasn't hoping that they would be down here, but yeah. So that's what that happened.
Crazy.
Yeah, I forgot you didn't know. So.
Yeah, I don't know a lot. It's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, Siri, so that's really cool that you know I've been trying to learn magic from some of the people at the circus, and I've been trying to do some of the magic that they showed me. So I'm excited. I feel like I'm getting close.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Way to want to learn more.
It was a really awesome. The circus is, if it ever gets back together somehow, you all should come see it because it is wonderful. But Siri, what?
Like your performance the other night, I'm sure it's fabulous.
Yeah, it is fabulous. It is wonderful. What kind of spells do you know how to do? Like what kind of magic can you do?
Well, it kind of depends on how I'm feeling. So because of my part of who I am, like my feelings and my mood kind of can change, and with the seasons and with the time, and so sometimes during those changes, the spells I want to use and the spells that I have change as well. But I like to work with fire a lot.
Yes, I love fire. Oh, that's so cool.
You have to be careful with magic. It's not, magic's exciting and all, but it's also relatively dangerous.
Yeah, there was this one guy at the circus. He blew his eyebrows off.
Seamus.
Yep. He blew his eyebrows off, and he didn't have eyebrows for a really long time. And then someone else tried to fix it, and then they accidentally turned his hair purple, and then they got it around. But it was all fun. That was a fun night.
Sounds like it.
So
what are we doing here again?
Citadel, we're finding an apple. There's goblins here. Has anyone seen a goblin?
I feel like in my travels, I probably have seen a goblin.
Edgar's definitely seen a goblin. He's had to at this point.
Yeah, that point in his life, definitely.
This is Kiri asking. Kiri hasn't seen a goblin.
I don't think I've seen one.
How old are you? 8?
No, I am 25? Question
Oh
mark?
wow.
Question mark.
You're a youngin. I'm 100.
I don't know how old I am.
Mm,
I just think that I'm that old.
gotcha. You just think you're that old.
Yes.
You just think you're that. You don't know how old you are?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
You have family?
Stop it.
Well, I guess you'll have to, well, is this you asking as
Is this
Michaela,
in
or are you
character?
asking?
This is
Yeah, that's what I was about to
character.
ask. This is
In
in
character.
character?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
He's got his
Uh,
page-long backstory to
Right.
pull up.
No, JR knows what I'm about to do.
Oh no.
Break into song?
Yes,
Break into song and dance.
please.
No.
Turn
Let's, hey, JR, let's see how well this goes.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh.
This is going to be interesting.
Oh, boy.
I'm not next to
Oh.
him, am I?
JR, for the very first one, you get to pick 1 through 20.
Oh,
I do?
JR's gonna help pick out his background?
Well, 1 through 19, because 20 is the DM pick.
I don't even know what the list is.
Pick,
So
or
I'm
you could even roll 1 through 19.
you know what? I will roll one of my new metal dice that I got yesterday.
Who is it?
17.
Let's see. Ger's just gonna ignore you.
Oh,
Okay.
well then.
Well then, big guy. So the Citadel. How do we want to go about this?
So you do see I revealed to either side just kind of either side of the citadels until your view kind of gets blocked off. Just to show like the rubble and debris everywhere. You do see over here what appears to be a doorway. That is the door into the citadel.
Remy, what do you say we scout ahead and see if we can see what we can see where the goblins are at, maybe where they're keeping the apples.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so what are you guys doing now?
So I think Kiri and I are gonna try to. Kiri's asked Remy if she wants to scout ahead, and Remy said yes. So Kiri's gonna like motion her forward and kind of creep precautiously across towards this. How far away is the citadel? Is it pretty close?
Well, you're looking at the entrance of the citadel right here.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
the
Oh, the
citadel
black
is
thing is the
15 feet
citadel.
away from you.
Okay.
So I thought I revealed part of a door right there.
I
Yeah,
see.
it's just like a little line.
So Kiri's gonna creep forward and examine the doorway.
All right.
Can I-
Move your character about, please. All right.
And
When
I'm
you
gonna
reach.
Follow her.
You're gonna follow?
I can wait. Yeah. I'm gonna stay behind you.
Okay. So right when you reach about here,
Oh no.
the floor
Oh, we didn't look very well, did we?
in that
Oh, looks
section
better.
falls out from under you.
Cool.
And
Nice.
um
Note to self roll
And
more
you
investigation
are-
checks.
You are dumped into this pit.
How tall is it?
It's about a 10-foot pit.
So I am not in the pit, correct?
No, you are not in the pit. You were following
Awesome.
behind.
Awesome.
Ah, shoot! Can I get a little help down here?
Bugbear, that's what you're here for. Come on.
Hold on. So he's just gonna walk over and go help her.
Dust myself. I'm assuming you lower a rope or something.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
assuming you don't get in the hole with her.
Just
No.
climb on in. You'll be fine.
I'm good. I'm good.
Right. Kiri's gonna dust herself off, and then move towards the door again.
Do
This
you guys
time
see the green rectangle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So being inside there, that is how big the pitfall is.
Okay.
So it stays open, and after about a minute goes by, you hear this grinding, scraping sound, and the door of the pit slowly raises back up and clicks back into place,
Ooh.
Okay then.
almost unnoticeable, as if it were part of the floor once more.
I don't like that.
Me either.
Can I inspect it, see if I can see any, like, my goal is I want to see if I can, like, if there's anything that, like, marks it, so if I see anything similar on the floor.
So you're
maybe-
looking around for like where that trap is, or you're looking for other ones?
No, I'm looking at that one. Does it look, like, noticeably different from the ground, or kind of like in the Hunger Games, how Katniss could tell the, like, force field? Have you seen the Hunger Games?
I have seen the Hunger Games, yes.
Yeah. How she could tell the force fields by, like, the wave? Like, Kiri's
Yeah.
kind of looking for a tell. She wants to examine
Make
that.
a perception check for me.
Okay. Ooh, 13.
13. You can see, like, especially as you saw it come back up, you know where it should be, but as you're kind of poking around and feeling for it, it's extremely hard to tell where that line is. Like, you know where it should be, but you can't see or feel it.
We're gonna have to watch out for these in the future, guys. They don't really. They're not very visible.
No.
Cool. Great.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go in, get that apple, get the apple tree, and then get out. It's just gonna be like those nasty nobles' houses. All right. So Kiri's gonna creep forward again, kind of watching. I might like take like a step forward, like kind of tap the ground with my feet before I actually like step every step.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna head for the. Can I sneak between here and the door? If I put myself here, will that set off the trap again?
You make a general dexterity check for me.
Okay. I want to try to sneak between the trap and the door. Ooh. Ooh. Unnatural 22.
Okay. So you're kind of just poking around as you walk along, and you're taking strides toward or steps towards the door, and as you step, you feel the floor start to come out from under you like it did before. But you're close enough to the door that you reach out, grab it, pull yourself up, and as the floor falls down again, you see this narrow, about 2 foot wide catwalk that borders the trap. That's right in front of the door. So there's a 2-foot space in front of the door that is not. It's solid floor. It's not
Okay.
going to fall out from under you.
Okay. I want to try to go there if I'm not already.
Yeah, you're fine.
Cool. And then I want to inspect the door for anything like magical or any traps or just kind of anything suspicious.
Like the door itself.
Yeah, the Citadel door.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Oh, I should have also mentioned earlier when you were in the pit. The pit itself contained 2 goblin skeletons
Oh,
and
gross.
the corpse of a goblin that's been dead for about a day.
Ooh,
Kiri has the heebie-jeebies.
fresh.
Kiri's gonna kind of shake herself off a little and just like, ugh.
Well, you've seen a goblin.
Oh, gross. Guys, goblins do not look. That is nasty. Okay.
They're
They
not
don't eat
cute.
healthy.
It's a goblin.
I mean, I didn't know. I haven't seen one before. Ugh. All right. So I got an 11 to check the door.
It seems to be a normal door. No traps, nothing special.
I'm gonna turn over my shoulder and look at Remy. Be like, I'm gonna try and open the door.
I'm gonna wait for her inevitable demise so I can go through the door safely.
Okay. Don't chop my arm, Duncan, please. I need that.
Duncan, chop his arm.
Thankfully, he can't hear you.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's why I said it.
I'm gonna
Edgar's gonna
try
be
and.
following the cat.
You're following the cat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meow.
I'm
Okay.
going to. I'm gonna try and open the door.
Okay. The door itself is unlocked. So, you open up the room. And there we go. That's better. This circular area is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawl the bodies of 4 goblins, apparently slain in combat. One corpse stands with its back against the western wall, which is right over here. The spear that killed it is still skewering it and holding it upright. 3 wooden doors lead from this area.
Good
One here,
Question:
one here. What's up?
is she able to tell how long they've been there? Like recent kill, within like a few days, like months, years?
That can be a check. That is a
Okay.
check that can be made. Yes.
Okay, just wanted to question
Yep.
that. Okay.
So there's 3 wooden doors that lead from the area, one of which you are standing in. And then that is about it. It's pretty much like a fighting pit. It seems like.
Mm. Okay. I'm going to. Is it lit or is it dark?
It's mostly dark. A lot of the light that's coming in is either from the doorway that is now open or very small amounts of light coming in from cracks in the rubble.
Does anybody have dark vision?
I do.
Yes.
I think I'm the only one that doesn't.
Okay.
But I currently am holding a glowing torch. So
Oh yeah, I forgot we did that.
Yep, you cast light on a torch, I believe.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't, but
Yeah, I've got a glowing torch. So, and if push comes to shove, Carrie has like a tinderbox and like stuff.
Yeah.
you can use real fire.
Real fire. So, I'm going to. Can I make that check to see how long those goblins have been there?
I assume you're moving into the room.
I am going to. I'm going to call back what I see, and
Okay.
then I'm not gonna. I'm gonna like sneak along the. Like I'm gonna move into the room, but like along the edge of the wall.
You're
Like, I'm
not going in like the Emperor's New Groove. Boom, bam,
Oh.
baby. You're going in like along the walls.
Yeah, I'm kind of sliding in.
Okay.
Actually, can I have? I'm gonna shout out to like.
So you really want to shout out?
I'm gonna kind of like whisper shout, like, someone toss me a rock.
Oh no.
Rock. I assume there's rocks nearby that we can toss, JR.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of rocks. It's
Okay, I will
basically
pick
nothing
up a
but
rock.
rocks.
I feel like I can pick up a rock and throw it. I will toss it to her, and then I'll whisper yell back that I'll follow her once she's in the room.
We don't hear screaming.
I'll give her the thumbs up. I'm gonna roll, so kind of still in the doorway. I want to roll the rock, kind of like not toss, but like roll the rock, kind of so it gets to the middle of the room.
Okay. So you roll it.
Yep.
And it clatters across the stone floor. And comes to rest roughly here.
Okay.
And carefully watching it and keeping an eye on your surroundings. There's no reaction to the sound. There's nothing that causes the rock to fall into the floor. The room itself seems to be silent and still as the corpses within it.
I thought you were going to say silent and still as the grave.
All right. I'll go ahead and move just in the doorway, like I'm pressed against the wall, and let's see if I can move my character. I wonder if I can move like yes, I'm like pressed against the wall.
Okay.
And since she's in the room now, I'm gonna start following her. I'm gonna go this
Okay.
way, and then I'm gonna make that dexterity check. I assume.
Well, you can go around.
Well, I did just go around.
You can
I
walk around
completely
the
go around?
trap. Yeah,
Oh,
you can
perfect.
walk around the trap.
Oh, okay.
It's been revealed,
After
right?
seeing it fall again, it does reset after about a minute goes by, like before.
Okay.
But all of you would have seen the like, oh, there's a space right before the door that isn't.
Awesome.
I feel like we're doing an Indiana Jones thing here.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and go in the room right there, I guess, because I'll just walk the door. Unless somebody's gonna come in behind me, then I'll move. But
I'll come
I
in
s-
behind you.
are you actually going to?
Yeah, I'm gonna come
I
in
was
behind
gonna say,
you.
wait, how tall is the entranceway, and is he gonna have to like hunch down to get through the door?
Probably.
Oh, hey, big guy. I didn't realize you were coming in.
Guys, we need to move for Edgar.
Let me
You're
through,
just kinda-
Sonny.
Growls. He's just like,
Get
Move.
away, whippersnapper.
Move.
It's gonna push in right next to you.
I wanna. Is there anything
No sense of
unusual?
personal space.
Oh yeah, no. He doesn't care.
What was that, Michaela? Sorry.
Is there anything unusual on the walls?
Make a perception check.
Like,
Can I do that too?
Sure.
oh dear. That's a 6.
I mean, there's dried blood on the wall.
Mine's a 14.
14.
Yep.
You look around and it's a stone wall. Looking up about 30 feet, there's like broken, crumbled edges of like stairs and intervening floors. But other than that, nothing interesting, nothing special.
Do I learn anything else if I tell you that I rolled a 22?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, you
way
do.
to go, Cat.
So
Coming in clutch.
you're looking around the wall and kind of feeling it, and
Like with her hand, she's feeling the wall.
Her paw.
yes,
See the wall.
needing it. And for whatever reason, right over here, you keep being drawn over to this area. There's
Drawn over here.
something off with the masonry.
Guys, I think we should look for something over here. Can't tell you why, but this part of the wall feels different.
Can I see if it's been like affected by magic? So do an Arcana check.
Sure, make an Arcana check. See if you can
Well,
find.
While she was
Magical
looking at
residues.
the wall, Edgar's gonna take a look at this dead goblin.
Which one?
The
one right next to it?
Oh, the one right next to it?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna just look at all of them?
Dead
I
goblins
mean-
are kind of cute.
No, he was just following Remy.
Remy?
and
Okay.
so he's just, like, gonna take a
19.
look at it.
So as Remy goes and starts kind of pawing at the wall and just feeling at the weird brick,
That 19 was Danielle, by the way.
you look at it, Danielle, and there doesn't seem to be anything that pings in the back of your head for like, oh, there's something inherently magical about this door or this area. And Kat, you do find as you move and feel the brick that one of them shifts a little.
Ooh.
It
Well, I'm gonna want to know why it's doing that, so I'm gonna keep messing with it.
okay. You find that it moves when you kind of push it to the left, but it also moves like outward. Like you can either push it to the left or pull it out.
Okay. I'm going to pull it out.
Okay. So you grip the brick on top and bottom and you pull the brick out of the wall. And as you pull it out, you feel a piercing in your hand. And you drop the brick to the floor and you pull your hand towards you and you look where the brick was and you see this needle sticking out of the opening about maybe 3 inches.
A needle?
A needle. You do take 1 point of piercing damage.
Oh.
That's fair.
And the needle just stays there.
In her hand?
No, in the
No, she
wall,
just
sticking out of the
pricked her
wall.
Finger kind of
Okay.
thing, right? Her paw just pricked it.
Yeah, the needle stabbed into her paw. What, Christian? What's up?
Where's the person that would play?
I am the game. These other characters are my friends that are playing.
Can we say hi to
I
him?
am the game.
Technically, I'm playing all of them, but rather I'm running their game for them.
No, he's
Are
playing
they
us all.
playing me?
He's
We're playing
he's
each
gonna
other.
kill us all. He's playing us all.
No,
into
he's playing us all.
security.
I want to pick up the brick and see if I can put it back without hurting myself, obviously.
Okay.
If it's going to hurt me, then I don't want to do that. But
You as you after you pull it out, however, you do see that part of the wall grinds and shifts outward just a small amount, almost like right in the shape and size of a doorway.
Never mind. I don't want to put it back then. I guess I want to investigate that area, like that weird brick part thing.
Wait,
Uh,
question. Did the wall shift when her paw was pricked or when the brick was moved?
It was after the brick was pulled out. It's kind of hard to tell, to be quite honest, because as the brick was being pulled out, the door shifted and the needle came out.
Uh-huh.
Almost just both as a reaction to the brick being pulled.
Okay.
But it's because of the brick being pulled.
Okay.
Grace, you said you were looking at the goblins?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of roll would that be?
Make a general medicine check for them, or for me.
What's my medicine? 20. Non-net.
Okay. So the goblins themselves have been dead for quite a while,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see different parts of the flesh that have been gnawed away by, like, rats and other vermin. There are no valuables on the body, or on that body, or if you were to check any of the other bodies, except for maybe the spear that's pinning the goblin to the wall behind it.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell specifically, like, if they would have been killing each other, or if it was something like bigger that they were killed by?
It's somewhat hard to tell simply because of how long they've been dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're rotting at this point, and so wounds and rotting flesh have just kind of come together to just look terrible.
Yeah.
The lividity of the body is inconclusive.
Yeah. Cat, is there anything you wanted to do, Grace? Anything else you wanted to do?
No.
Cat.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you pulling the door open?
Yeah, if I can do that, sure.
Okay. So you see that within this room,
The secret room.
secret
little
room.
Okay.
this
our
pocket
body?
chamber is damp and cold.
Oh,
The
great.
skeletons of 3 long-dead archers slump against rubble-filled arrow slits along the east and south walls.
How do I know they're archers?
They have bows.
Do they have arrows?
They do have arrows.
I would say the arrows
Can I
probably
pick them
look
up?
decrepit and not usable
Oh,
anymore.
that's true. Do they look gross? Or are they good arrows?
I mean, they're skeletons, so everything natural would already be rotting, right? Unless it was magical.
Or metal.
Or metal, yeah.
hmm
Metal arrows are heavy, though.
Are you going and looking for arrows then?
I think I'm going to. It probably doesn't have traps since I already got pricked once. So, sure,
All right.
we'll go look for arrows or other loot. I'll accept loot of any kind.
Okay. So you step
tooth.
inside and approach the first skeleton, and you begin to kind of sift through the remains of its scrapped armor and its quiver. And a few moments go by, and you hear a clicking off in the corner.
Okay.
That
I'm gonna
both
look at
sounds
the
like
corner.
moving rubble and the clicking of bones.
Ew.
Oh no!
And
I'm
you
gonna get
look,
attacked by these.
and the skeleton that's in the corner, its eyes, the sockets
Wait, which
begin to
corner?
glow lightly.
I assume
Oh,
this
well.
corner. I
Like the
can't
corner
hang it.
corner?
Oh,
All of them.
Oh.
As you look at the next skeleton, its eyes beginning to glow. And the skeleton, whose remains you're currently sifting through,
Ooh.
its face turns and looks at you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
I assume I'm okay. Go ahead. I'll do that first.
Ugh.
By the point she had fully like gone into the room, Edgar had stood up and walked over next to her.
Yeah.
What do you add
So
to your
Kiri
initiative?
probably would move to see.
Isn't it dexterity is your initiative?
Yes, you add your dexterity modifier
Okay.
to your initiative roll.
Cool. I apparently missed the box, so
Okay, so quick question, because I was trying to figure this out a little while ago. For
Mhm.
your initiative, if you're proficient in dexterity, do you add your proficiency bonus?
No.
Okay. Just want to clarify that.
So Edgar, Siri, Kiri.
Are you ready for us to give you our numbers?
Woo! That was a
Give me
nat 20,
just a
y'all.
second. Nice, nice.
First nat 20 ever.
Oh yeah, you're a monk. That's ooh, okay.
Well, it was a nat
Hey,
20,
you're
and
breaking
then
the
I got
curse
4,
of
so-
Toby.
Yeah, maybe this character won't roll so terribly.
Hey, your character when we did JR's one shot also did pretty well.
Exactly.
Yep,
Maybe it's
it was just
the
Toby.
monk. The monks just like me, apparently.
Yeah.
Toby's just got bad luck.
He really does.
All right. So, for initiative, 25 to 20.
I
I got 21.
24.
Okay, so Remy was 21 and Edgar was 24.
It's fitting that the two of them being the closest get to go first.
Yeah. Yes.
is that door only one space though? Like the space I'm standing in?
The
I-
entire wall
Oh,
of
okay,
that part
perfect.
shifted.
I guess technically I'm here, but
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are directly in its
Okay.
space.
Cool.
So let's see. 20 to 15. Okay, 15 to 10.
I have an 11.
11.
Wasn't
I
it?
got a 15.
15. Okay. 10 to 5.
5.
5. All right. And then what is the dexterity on these skeletons? Okay. Got it.
question: are the skeletons prone?
Technically, yes. They
So I
are
have
prone.
advantage, is what you're saying? I'll
You
take that
and
as a
your
yes.
dang
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, I would say that, yes.
Yes.
All right. So, first in the initiative, we have Edgar.
All right. So I'm assuming he sees the eyes start to spark up in the skeleton.
All of
that
the
Remy's in
eyes,
front of?
yes, they begin to spark, and some of them, like, they're looking between you and Remy.
Okay. So he's gonna see the one, like he's gonna be most concerned about Remy. So he's gonna see the one that she's like on, and just like take his quarterstaff and just kind of smack it back.
Okay,
Smack him back.
you're gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll for me.
Guess he's gonna be right here. Let me see what my quarterstaff is. Okay, so another quick question. Attack bonus, that's not plus your proficiency bonus as well, right?
You are proficient with quarterstaff, so you do add it to
I
the
do.
attack roll, just not the damage.
Okay. Perf. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, that's a... It's over 20, let's say that much.
Yeah, you'll hit.
Yeah. And then that's a D6. Well, I guess he's double handing it, so I need my D8. Oh, it's a 5.
A 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
so he's trying to flick it away from her,
You do
Which
add
is
your
ten.
dexterity modifier to damage.
but not plus the proficiency, right?
Yeah, not proficiency, but you do add your
Yeah.
modifier.
Yeah, I rolled
Dex
a 1,
modifier.
so
Oh, you rolled a 1 and then okay. I got
for
you. I got
damage.
you.
Yeah.
Against the skeleton that Remy's on,
Yeah.
or that's on Remy.
Yeah.
They're kind of intermingled.
Yeah.
So you walk forward and you just not my cat. Boom.
Exactly.
And you bring your quarterstaff down on it, and the armor that it had on its left arm just topples to the ground, and you see where you struck, the old bone is just cracks and halfway disintegrates,
Ooh.
and it just and it slowly turns its face to look at you.
Of course.
Remy, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to do I need to back up to attack the one I'm standing on?
We'll say that
Or
you
should
can be there for now.
Okay. Then I'm going to stay there and I'm going to attack it with my rapier.
Okay. So make an attack roll.
That is an 8 to hit.
Slice and dice it.
8 total.
Yes. Yep.
That does not hit.
Cool. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage and back up to here.
Fair enough.
Like that. Yup.
So that is the end of your turn. So that is going to bring us to a good question. Caden, what is your dexterity modifier?
My dex modifier is +2.
+2.
Wow.
Okay. Roll another quick d20 for me, please. We're doing this as a contested roll. Just to see.
Add modifier or not add modifier?
Just a straight roll.
17.
17. Okay, so you do get to go first.
Woo!
There was a tie in the initiative, so I was trying to figure out.
Oh, make
Okay.
sure you hit the right skeleton, Caden.
Hey.
We'll see.
That wasn't nice.
So where are you moving up to, Caden?
I meant, but that's great.
Let's see. I will probably go to, like, where exactly is the doorway? Which block is it?
Both of them are. It's kind of swung outward. They're both. You could take up both spaces,
Okay.
or either
So-
space rather.
I will go here.
Okay.
And I am going to whack this dude with my great axe.
Make an attack roll for me, please.
Alrighty. That is 12.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That is going. Do you have anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Well, there's not really much else I can do.
Fair enough. So that's going to bring us to these two skeletons, who also got a 15 on their initiative,
So they're back to back.
pretty much. And both of them are going after Edgar.
Of course.
So
Why not?
yeah, I'm sorry. Let's see here. Where did my monster manual go? Whatever. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
The other one rolled a 13, so
No.
that's gonna be 5 points of piercing damage.
Fine. You said 5?
Yes, 5.
Cool.
And that's gonna end both of those skeletons' turns because they can't do too much right now. Which is going to bring us to Kiri.
Hey. All right, these are 5 foot squares.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna move back my 25 feet because I am a squishy little rogue, and I am tiny, and I have not seen a skeleton. Nobles did not have skeletons, so
They had them in their closet.
15, 20, 25. I'm moving back over here, and then with my action, I don't think this is. Actually, I don't know if it's metagaming or not. I don't know how many actions this would take. I want to pull out my tinderbox and like actually light a torch with fire.
That would be your action
Okay, I want
to
to do
light
that.
the torch. Okay.
Okay.
So you back up and you're just like, yeah, no, we're gonna deal with this not here.
Yeah.
And then you reach down, pull out your tinderbox.
Yeah.
And you now have an actual fire lit torch. Are you lighting the same torch that was magically lit?
Sure, probably because I was holding it, so it's probably the most convenient one, yeah.
So it's just like, it's bright.
Yeah. The floor is
Uh,
stone, right?
Yes, it
Okay.
is
If I-
crumbling, not crumbling, cracked granite.
Okay. If I drop it, it's not going to set the place on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Siri. It's your turn.
Oh, snap. This is difficult because that's just a very enclosed space.
Yep.
Indeed.
No area of effect spells. Or you'll die.
Yeah, because I have Firebolt, but that would be a bad idea right now.
Yeah,
Firebolt
probably.
and fireball are two different things.
I said Firebolt, and Firebolt technically will still, like, if it ignites something, it will ignite something and cause it to. So it's got to
Yeah.
be careful. That's a very small space. Don't want to burn anybody in the process.
It could be fun.
Oh yes.
Most of the place is not flammable. The
No.
most flammable things in the rooms are the corpses and you all.
Yes.
I
Actually,
think
not
that's what she's worried about.
that flammable.
Yeah.
Our clothes are probably more flammable.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes. So. Unfortunately, that's like my weak. Well, I'm like trying to only use cantrips, but I'm probably gonna have to use one of my spell slots because they're better than what. Because I don't want to go in there. It's too crowded. They'll cause problems. Okay. Okay, so I am gonna. Okay, so I am gonna go to the doorway. If that's okay.
Okay.
I think I'm able to. That area. Okay, and I'm going to. Just making sure. Okay, I'm going to use chromatic orb.
Okay.
And it's okay. I'm doing a creature. And I can't name any other. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm reading it right to where I can only attack one creature at a time with this. It's not that I can attack more than one.
I believe so.
Okay. So 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature. So which one to do? So this one right I don't know. The one underneath Gur. That's the
Okay.
one that has already been attacked, correct? And
Yes.
the other two have not been attacked yet?
The other two have not. Yes.
Okay, so I am going to aim it at that one right under Gur next to Edgar. Gur and Edgar. That's great.
Yep.
Okay. I am, and then I choose what I want it to be.
Yep. Either acid, cold, fire, lightning,
Mhm.
poison, or
Yep.
thunder.
I'm gonna do lightning.
Just so you
All
know,
right.
you can. Oh, sorry. You guys can hold your left cursor, and it'll make those little like.
Oh, see, I was wondering how to do that.
Yeah. See,
Let's
I did it
hold it-
earlier on
oh, okay.
accident.
Okay, got
and
it.
maybe, and if you click on your like your colored square by your name, you can change what color it is. So we don't like 4 of us aren't green.
Uh-huh.
So
Got
that's the
it.
thing. Now you can do your lightning thing. Sorry.
Okay, so lightning.
You can make an attack roll.
Yes, rain.
I will say that because that skeleton in particular is actively in combat with another individual,
Uh-huh.
you would have advantage on the attack roll because I know
Ro-
Jacob didn't
right.
really do flanking in his
Uh-huh.
game.
But you're gonna
It's-
do flanking?
Yes,
Okay.
I do flanking. So that way you guys can think about placements like, oh, well, I want to
That's
be
good.
here so I can.
And cat, remember we get sneak attack damage if someone else was within 5 feet.
Yeah, I thought about it last turn, and then I didn't hit. And then I was like, wait a second, I forgot to use it. And then I was like, wait, no, I didn't hit.
That's
Yeah.
17.
I would have reminded you about it.
Yeah, I went
that
through this
does
whole
hit.
big.
Okay.
I went through this big dialogue with myself a few minutes ago. So.
Attack hits, creature takes 3d. Okay, 3d8.
How do you change the?
Change what?
Oh, the color.
Just click your little green cube by your name, and it'll bring up a bunch of colors.
Yep.
Oh.
It's like for me, I could change mine to
Ah.
nice.
I think I'm gonna change mine so it matches like my circle around my name.
Yeah, that might be fun.
Okay.
Change it to match your
That
circle.
is a.
Kiri's got kind of a fire motif.
That is, if I'm doing this correctly, a 21.
All right. So you said it was lightning damage, right?
Yes, 21 lightning damage.
So you coalesce and pull magical essence from yourself and channel it into this bolt of arcane lightning. And you send it forth from your hands, and it hits the armor of the skeleton and seems to ricochet off of it, going into the bottom of the skull of the skeleton. And you see it almost seems to bounce around in the skull and the armored scraps. And the armor where it strikes is scorched and black. And as the magic disperses, the skeleton itself collapses and the bones and armor pieces scatter around you. So that is going to... Whoops, that is the wrong. That skeleton is now dead,
All right, guys. Woo!
Our first.
which is convenient because its turn was next.
Good timing, Danielle.
So that brings us back to the top of the initiative order. That's going to
Question.
be Ed-
Wait.
What's up?
Does Danielle still have movement speed?
That depends on where Danielle started.
I started at the
Started by the
door.
door, right? So yeah,
5,
you would
10,
have you would
15.
still
Oh.
have like
Yeah.
10 feet of movement.
I guess we can move through them anyways. It's fine. Never mind.
Yeah, you can move through a creature's space, treating it as difficult terrain.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I thought no, but they're friendly. I thought if they're friendly to you, you can move through their space without difficult terrain.
Oh, she's talking about moving next to me.
Fair
like
enough.
no,
fair
if I
enough.
want to move like here,
Uh-huh.
can I do
Yeah,
that
that's
without
fair.
counting as difficult terrain?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was just trying to move Danielle so other people could get in, and then I realized
Right,
that
that's
we
what
can
I
move
was
through your
thinking you
spaces.
meant. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead, Edgar. Sorry.
You are on deck though, Remy.
Which one hit me?
That would have been this one.
Okay. Well, he wants to hit that one because he's like, "How dare you hit an old man?"
All right.
So he's just gonna take his quarterstaff and thwack him right on the head.
Okay, make an attack roll for me.
Let me see real quick. That's 14. Jeez, math. 14.
14 total?
Yep.
All right, that does hit. Roll for damage.
Sick. I'm gonna roll this one. 9.
9 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. So, you just... When the skeleton first struck you, you felt like a pain in your right forearm as its edge cut in. And you look at this thing with that exact thought, like, how dare you? I am an old man. Do not hit me. And you take your quarterstaff and bring it down at an angle and hit the skeleton directly in the clavicle and downward. And as your motion completes, bringing the quarterstaff to rest next to you, the skeleton itself just clatters to the ground.
That's right.
Way to go, old man.
Remy, it is your turn.
I want to go here. And I want to
Okay.
use my rapier. And that is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
So you roll your damage plus your sneak attack.
So sneaky.
That would be 12 damage.
12. Wonderful. So you take your rapier and stab it through the armor and almost like wave circles around within it. And you can see like bones in the rib cage dislocating, armor scraps falling onto the ground. It's not dead. It hasn't fallen and scattered to the ground.
Okay.
But with the way that its current state is, you could probably breathe on it wrong.
All right, then I won't worry about disengaging, so I'll stay there.
That will bring us to... Oh, whoops. Forgot to get rid of that skeleton in the initiative. Is that one already... That one's dead. That one will, however, attack you, Remy, because of
Dang it.
what you just did.
I thought Caden's turn was next. That's why I stayed
That
there.
is 11.
It does not hit.
So you stab forward, pull your rapier back, and it takes the short sword and tries to swing at you.
Oh.
And you just shift your shoulder to the side, and it just cleanly misses you by several inches.
Ooh.
That does bring us to Gur.
Grr.
Gur needs to move to Tira.
Aw.
I say you can still go here.
Well, technically, I can hit him from here because I get an additional
Yep.
+5 range.
You're a
Okay.
lanky boy.
You're going to hit
Add
through
up
me?
and
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, you're going to hit him over me?
Well, he is tall enough, right?
Probably, yeah. He's tall enough for it.
He's tall enough to throw over you, Cat. It's fine.
flipping
If you hit
huge.
me, I
thought-
know where
thought
you
it was-
sleep.
I thought it was this one that's still alive.
It is.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one that's still alive.
Then I don't
Right
have
there.
to reach over you to hit him.
I'm in between you. This is
His
me.
weapon with the way
Oh,
the
now
bugbears
you
are,
are.
he gets an additional 5-foot range on his weapons.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, you'll be fine.
So technically his melee range is within 10 feet of him, not 5.
So he's still
Wow.
hitting in between me, though. There's a person
Doesn't
Well-
mean
there.
he's necessarily hitting you.
You weren't there a second ago, so I
I
wasn't
was there
thinking.
for my turn, Caden.
Yeah.
It didn't show it on my screen.
I would say yours must be glitching a little bit.
Yeah, mine must have been lagging because you weren't
Weird.
there a second ago. So, I'll just, I'll go right over you, and I'm gonna hit him.
Okay, make an attack roll. I'll give you advantage on this one too, because again, actively in combat with another.
All right. That would be 16.
That'll hit.
A hit. A fine hit.
12. 12 damage.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no, that would be,
Wow.
12 damage. Never mind.
All right. So, Remy, you see that after the short sword just neatly misses you, on either side of your peripheral, you see two long, lanky, hairy arms fly on either side of your head, and this massive axe just comes down, almost cleaving your vision with how centered it is. And it cleaves into the helmet of this archer, breaks through, hits the skull itself shatters, and it cleanly goes down the rest of the body, bones cracking, shattering, and clattering to the ground. The weapons that this skeleton holding drops, and it tries to take a step towards you, and just falls and crumbles.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Do
Yeah.
I get to pick up my arrows now?
If there are any that are good.
Yes, you can make or no, you don't need to make an investigation check for that. You're looking for arrows specifically?
Well, she said she
I'll
blew
look for anything shiny.
Okay.
He's a cat.
So you
Well,
do
it'd be better if she's a
find,
magpie. They really like shiny things.
you so there we go. Okay, good to know. So you go to the first skeleton. You sift through its bones. Yeah, essentially. And you're able to find within its quiver, there's 3 arrows. Look pretty rotten.
Okay.
Like they probably won't be of much use to you. There
Gross.
is, however, a single arrow that looks pristine,
All right.
as if
Based
it had
on that,
just
I
been
need to check
made.
that.
What kind of check are you trying to do?
Without doing a check, can I tell what it's made out of? Just by looking at it, or no?
Well, the arrowhead is made of a refined steel.
Okay.
The wood of a solid make, and the fletching impeccable.
What kind of fletching?
Hawk feathers, because I don't remember what they used back in the day for bird fletching.
I think they would use like goose.
That's fair.
I will attempt an Arcana check and probably fail miserably.
Make an Arcana check.
13.
13. There's something special about this arrow. It
Interesting.
might be preserved by magic.
Okay, I'll have to have probably Sari check it out.
You want me to do an Arcana check?
We can wait. Do you have Identify? Do any of us have Identify?
I have Detect Magic.
Okay, that's something.
As a sorcerer, you can't ritual cast.
Oh, that's sad.
Sorcerers don't have ritual
Can,
casting.
She can use it for a
Can,
spell slot, though.
Mhm.
It would
Yeah.
cost a spell slot.
We'll wait until we rest at some point and then we'll check it out.
Well, wouldn't Detect Magic just tell you that it's magical, or does it do more?
Yeah, I think
It-
it just tells you if it's magical or not.
It tells
Or-
you it's magical, and it can tell you what school of magic, if any.
Okay. When Michaela multi-classes, can rogues ritual cast?
That's a question that I would need to look into.
Okay. Just
I don't
wondering, because
Think so.
if
I
they
think
can,
I can
then
take.
consider identify.
That's
Oh.
a high level spell. I don't think I'll get that.
Identify is a
Identify
first
is
level
first
spell.
level.
Oh, it's
Identify as
first
first
level?
level. Yeah.
Oh.
Um,
Ooh.
you
Okay, so I
do
found a
also,
fancy arrow.
Yep, you found a fancy arrow. You also find on that skeleton 7 silver pieces
I will
and
accept.
and 6 gold pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are some wealthy skeletons. This is the first one. Okay.
Of Kiri kind of
Uh,
running. Kiri's gonna snuff out her torch.
Okay.
Edgar's gonna grumpily walk out with his quarterstaff, like,
Not enough space in this room. Yeah.
A stupid skeleton smack me.
Are you moving on to the next skeleton then?
Sure.
She's just gonna go through all of them.
So
I'll take the third one.
I'll
Okay.
be
There you go.
right back,
Yeah, there
y'all.
So
It's okay.
okay. So like before, you both find rotted arrows, but you also find a single pristine arrow, just like the first one that Remy found.
Okay.
Cat, the skeleton that you search, besides that arrow, has a total of 16 silver pieces,
Math.
And-
Okay.
9 gold pieces.
Cool.
Kiri,
Yes.
your skeleton, besides that arrow, has 9 silver pieces and 10 gold pieces.
Cool.
Money in the bag.
Yup.
That was worth getting pricked in the finger for.
Do you know what that was that pricked you?
It was a needle.
Like,
It was only
It might
one
be on
point
drugs.
of damage.
It's fine.
can I find the needle? Like, where is the needle?
It's in the wall
On the
thing.
wall?
Yeah.
I want to inspect. Can I like visually inspect the needle? I don't know.
Yeah, it's still sticking out. It hasn't reset.
Is there anything else in this room that's like noteworthy?
In the secret room?
Yes.
Okay. That's strange. I feel like when nobles have secret rooms, there's usually something in those rooms worth hiding. I mean, the
Did
skeletons.
you really know that as a rogue?
Yeah, she broke into nobles' houses.
Oh.
That was part of. She hasn't told the. I mean, she's not hiding it from the party,
Right.
but right now none of you would. Remy would know, but right now none of you would know.
Mm-hmm.
But she does say out loud. Usually, nobles have, when they have secret rooms, have something in the room that they're trying to hide.
Well, my character would have questioned her about that. 'Cause she would have been interested to know how you would know that.
Okay, you're asking.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's. She's gonna kind of look at Remy and be like, "It's."
You don't have to tell me. I'm just that piqued my interest. That comment.
I've spent a lot of time in nobles' houses. We'll just say that Remy and I's circus was not always what it seemed to be.
I see. And Siri has a knowing look in her face, like she understands more than she'll let on, but and her face kind of tells you that she knows.
Kiri's gonna walk over to this door.
The door.
Yeah, I want to inspect it.
Okay. The door is unlocked.
there anything like suspicious about this door?
Make an investigation check.
A natural 22.
This door is not trapped at all. This door is unlocked, and there's nothing special about it.
I want to do the same for the other door.
Okay. Make an investigation check for that one.
Ooh. 6.
Same thing. Nothing special. Not trapped. It's unlocked.
Call to the rest of the group. Both doors appear to be safe. They're both unlocked. Which one do we want to go through?
There's no kind of signage in this room, right?
There's no kind of what?
Signage, like any words on the wall or anything.
You can look.
I
You can look around.
Ooh. If there is, I'm about to see it. Do you want that to be a perception or investigation check?
We're gonna have that be perception check, so if anybody wants to
So 26.
look
Well,
around.
Okay, because like I mean, Curry and Suri both did perception checks on the room, and then it was only
I mean, it's kind of dark. It's good to double check anyway.
yeah.
Plus, sometimes if you do like a perception or investigation check, if you're not like specific as to where you're looking,
That's true.
the bigger the area, like the
Yeah.
less you look. Like the more you can look over, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
So,
Who all is giving me checks?
Me, Edgar.
Okay. Roll
I
for me.
rolled.
I rolled
Yeah,
an
you got a
11.
26. You got
Yep,
an
okay.
11. Did anybody else look, or was it just the two of you?
No, Curie sees Remy looking and is going to let her look.
Okay. So the two of you are looking around, and Edgar, you're real upset about that skeleton. You're looking around, but you just keep looking down at your arm like that skeleton. The nerve of some people. Remy,
Yes.
you find looking around at the wall, you're feeling it like you were before. You're kind of like dusting things off, looking for intriguing things because hey, maybe you might find more shiny things, more gold.
Ooh.
And you come to the goblin near the door, one of the doors that Kiri checked, and you're just like, get out of the way. And you pull the spear down, and the goblin falls to the floor, and it slumps, and it reveals runic writing on the wall behind it.
Shouldn't that be closer to a wall then?
Sorry, not that one.
Okay, the one further up. This one?
This one?
This one.
Oh,
There's a-
I
there's a
couldn't
goblin
even
there?
tell that was a body.
I thought there was more markings on the floor. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I know it could be.
So I
hard to
guess I'm
tell.
like right here then.
And you pull it down, and you see these runic symbols on the wall.
Ooh.
Hey guys, I found something. Can I read them?
Oh,
What it says? Or tell what it
What
says?
languages do you know?
Thieves can't common Elvish.
Okay. Who all can speak Draconic?
Draconic? Me.
Uh-huh. So you look at the wall, see these writings, and your interest is piqued. For the writing is similar to something you heard in Oakhurst. It is but a single word, and that word is Ashardalon.
The dragon.
The dragon that you had heard of in Oakhurst. And this is the place where people believe that the cult that worshipped Ashardalon resided.
Mhm. Well. Very
That makes sense.
interesting. It does. It makes
Hopefully, he is long gone by now. And it's just the goblins and their apples. Speaking of, how would they? This is dark. I wonder how they grow apple. I wonder if they grow the apples here or if they get them from somewhere else. Why do they even sell them? Do goblins need money?
I mean, you could think of them as hoarders, just like dragons.
Do they hoard things?
Were they hoarding for the dragon?
Yeah, that could be.
Are you
underlings.
asking me as the dungeon master, or are you partying?
Are we just talking out loud to try to talk through things?
Just talking
Both?
out loud.
I was in character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me too, kind of.
Sorry,
thinking
I'm
about
not.
it.
I'm not gonna do full voice the whole time because it takes a lot of effort.
No worries. Understandable.
So, we're trying to find the apples and a live goblin. Maybe we can question a live goblin. Big guy there might be able to get some information out of him.
Can I go over to the other door and then do a investigation check or around the door to see if I see any more writing?
Well,
Or,
by all means.
okay. Okay. 16.
16.
Yep.
So you look about and, like Remy was before, kind of taking off some of the thin layer of
Yes.
dust around, looking for more of these runic carvings. And as much as you're hoping and as hard as you're looking, the only writing that appears to be in the room is that single word behind the goblin's body.
Okay. Well, I'm all for going through this door.
This one? Oh, the other. Okay, that one. Sure. Should Remy and I sneak ahead again?
It's up to the rest of the group. We're willing to do it. So,
Yeah, it might be safest. You two are the sneakiest so far.
Hey. we will slowly open the door.
Leave it to the professionals. Kiri's gonna rub her hands together.
Oh gosh, she gets a little too excited about all this.
Kiri's gonna rub her hands together and then slowly open the door. Unless Remy wants to do it.
Hope you can open it.
Okay.
I'm more of a follower this game.
Fair enough. So, the masonry walls of this 20-foot wide hall are in poor repair. The far end has collapsed, filling the southern section with rubble. The western wall is in much better shape than the other walls, and it holds a stone door with a rearing dragon carved in relief on it. The door has a single keyhole situated in the rearing dragon's open mouth.
Okay then. There's some stuff in this room, guys. Nothing alive. That's a good start.
I stepped away. Where is Siri?
Underneath Kiri.
Oh, okay.
She finished.
You decided to jump on top of me.
Got
Well,
They're 5-foot squares. You guys aren't like, you're cozy, but you're not like, you guys could not be touching each other.
Yeah, also
So.
Kiri is tiny. She's 3 foot, 32 pounds.
Sure.
She probably is eye level with the keyhole. So sorry, there's the dragon statue by the door.
The door itself is stone, and the dragon is a relief carving in the door, set in the door,
Oh,
Okay.
and that's where the keyhole
Fancy.
is.
Okay. I'm gonna I should have grabbed a bunch of pebbles.
You could still grab pebbles.
there's still lots of rocks everywhere.
Oh, there's
feel
still
like-
rocks.
In this next room there is for sure, based on the picture.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Maybe not the last room, but
I was gonna say, he did say, I mean, like, this is a ruined place, so I can't imagine there not being rubble everywhere.
I'm just gonna kind of sneak in, like, by the door again.
Okay.
And then, Remy, are you following, or are you?
yeah, I'm following.
I'm gonna kind of go along the wall. I want to go look at the dragon, but I'm gonna take to the wall, and I'm gonna do the mindful of the trapdoor. I'm kind of gonna do the, like, put my foot out, press little, lift it before we're moving slowly, and we're kind of tapping the ground.
And what's the path that you're taking for this?
So I'm gonna take this. Can you see how does it show you as I, like, move it? Or do I have to slide?
You're effectively, what you can do is you can do the snap to center thing.
Okay.
Just be like, I'm going to go this way, then this way, that way.
Did you do that?
The snap to center, it's the circle with the ruler on the left side.
Circle with ruler. Oh, okay.
Oh. Cool.
So I'm gonna go that way, and then I'm gonna go that way. So I'm following the
Okay.
wall.
So you're following this wall here.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I hear boss music.
It's just ambience.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
Just oops.
That better?
Mhm.
All right. So you're
So
over
I'm-
here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can just move myself, or you can tell me if I don't make it. But
No, you're fine.
Okay. Well, if
You encounter
went that
you
way.
encounter nothing. So, are you? What are you doing with the dragon carving?
I just kind of want to inspect it. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, just anything. Like, if it's like, I don't know if she really knows what she's looking for. She's mostly interested in it, but she wants to see if it's just like a carving or if there's something else to this too.
Well, within the dragon's mouth, the lock, the keyhole resides.
Okay.
So, there is that.
that makes me nervous.
The door itself is locked.
Okay. I want. I want to, like, look around the room real fast, just from where I'm at. Do I see anything, like, suspicious or threatening?
Make a perception check.
Trying to clear the room. Ooh, thank goodness. All right. 18.
18.
Mhm.
So you look around the room and it is empty. There's mostly just dust and rubble. You do see in the corner, right over here, what might be two tiny little pinpricks of light reflecting off of your torch. Night, Christian.
Remy, I think there's something else in here.
Oh yeah, you can't see anything. Sorry, I keep forgetting you can't see stuff. I'll step into the room more now after she's whispered to me, and are you gonna tell me?
I'll kind of points, because I've got
Perfect.
my glow torch, because that's how I
Okay.
saw the light. They were reflections.
Do I see anything 23?
You do see off in that same corner right over here. those two pinpricks of light that that Kiri pointed out to you.
Okay, that's all I can see though. I can't see any more.
And, it's hard to see because it's covered in rubble. But from what you can see, there's like what looks like what might be like dark gray fur.
I don't
But
like that.
other than that, it's kind of hard to tell what shape it is, what kind of animal that it might be.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper to, or like whisper, yell, or whatever to Kiri, and ask her if I should go look over there.
Did you tell me what it is?
Sure.
Maybe get Skur first.
Good idea. This is the moments I miss Mage Hand.
I'm
Oh, I
almost
have
there.
Poke it with a stick.
I am almost there.
I
I'm
have
gonna-
that.
Okay, well, that's an option. I'm gonna update the people that are standing in the doorway and tell them that we might have a situation we might want Gur to check out because he's supposed to be our meat shield here.
It's true.
And I have no idea. Kaden, are you there?
Yes. I
Okay.
was just figuring out what Gur was gonna say. He's just gonna grunt.
Great.
Kerr is reminding me of Gibbs. He's grunt.
Okay.
Functional
Gur,
mute.
you're gonna go into this room and then you're gonna go check out this corner.
He'll just do like a low growl and start walking in there.
You better start walking.
Do you get to that corner? Is that where you go?
Yeah.
Okay. As you
Edgar wants to see this.
get right about there, you hear a series of animated squeaking
Body slam it.
as this
It's a squirrel.
this creature about maybe the size of a very large guinea pig
Oh, I could have taken that.
scrambles out of the rock, and this rat.
You might be familiar. Smush it.
A large rat.
Oh, we saw
this
footprints outside.
this giant rat squeaking throws itself out of the rock and goes to attack you. What's up, Christian?
Daddy's going to sleep
I wish you could hear the music. He's playing music. Playing it through this.
That's a 19 to hit.
Why would just be scared?
Okay then.
We're scared that I can't scream. I thought you could be there.
Well, I've got this that I'm doing right now, buddy. Would Mom be able to go in?
But Mom is. Mom's at the store.
All right. Well, then you'll just have to wait for a little bit. I'm sorry, buddy. So that was that was a 19 to hit. I'm not sure if it hit you or not.
Yeah, even if I had my shield pulled out, that still would have hit me.
Fair enough. You take 3 points of piercing damage as its two
Rude.
frontal teeth clamps down on the top of your foot.
Comfy.
Alrighty. I'm in retaliation. I would kick it off, lift up said foot, and go to smush it.
Make an attack roll.
You're just gonna squish it. Oh my.
What would I add to it?
Are you going to squish it with your foot or your weapon?
He wants to stomp on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cave its
That'd be
skull in.
that'd be your strength modifier.
That would make it 14.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll a d4 and add your strength to it.
That would be 6.
6. You kick it off, and it begins to scrabble back towards you, probably to attack you again. And you raise up your foot and bring it down, and you hear the squelching
Oh,
and crunching of bone.
that
and
was
you
unnecessary.
pull your foot away, and there's just the squashed remains of this rat spread out along the underside of your foot.
Gross.
This is a moment where Toby would be.
Anyone have prestidigitation?
I do have prestidigitation.
Yeah, Toby
So
is
that's what that was.
very
Oh.
not good with this stuff. But Gur's like, whatever.
Edgar doesn't really care.
Oh, that was gross.
Do you want me to get rid of it off of your foot?
Well, as you're saying this, Gur would just be scraping his foot along the ground, cleaning it off.
All right.
Sounds about right.
And
Can I-
he's just gonna tell you, taken care of.
Can I roll an Arcana on the dragon relief? I want to
Sure.
see if it's a magical lock. Let's not use that dice. That's a 10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that there's definitely a normal lock there. You saw that as you came in. As for it being magical, it doesn't seem to give off a glow or like show any obvious hints that this is a magical lock.
I'm going to use Thieves' Tools and try to pick it.
Okay. Make a check with your thieves' tools.
Let's see, I haven't used any tools before. I'm proficient in it, and I have expertise.
You have expertise in your thieves' tools?
That is correct.
Okay. So you would add your dexterity modifier, and your proficiency bonus is doubled with that.
And then it's just the d20, right?
Yeah, a d20 plus your dex and doubled proficiency.
And we're doing a homebrew, it's double dex, right? Or was that?
That was Jacob's.
Okay.
Expertise
not
is
that.
typically just doubled proficiency.
It's just the proficiency. Sounds good. So, dex. Where are we? What is life? Okay. A natural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Mhm.
So you go and feel through your tools, the extensions and the pins as you move along one by one. And you reach about halfway. You get past that point, and about 2/3 of the way through this lock, you feel almost as if your tools are being pushed back. Not by any mechanical force, but almost as if some latent enchantment that you hadn't noticed is pushing back.
Hey! Guys, I think this lock is magical or something. I was about to open it, and then it kind of pushed back.
Did you try saying please?
Abracadabra.
Carrie's gonna like roll her eyes and then be like, "Door, will you open, please?"
Silence.
It was worth a try.
Wait, the door said silence, or we heard silence?
No, you heard silence.
That would
Okay.
have been so funny.
That would have been so funny if it said silence.
Silence.
Dang door.
Are you gonna let us know that you feel like it might have an enchantment on it? Because if so, I will come over and inspect it.
She told you. She said something magical kind of pushed back.
Okie dokie. I would like to look at the door and see if I can tell the what kind of magic it is.
What kind of magic? If you're determining what kind of
Well,
magic it is, that would require a use of detect magic.
Okay. Do I use it? Do I use it?
While you're deciding, I'm gonna shout out to the rest of the party. We're looking for a key. What kind of is the metal? The metals in the dragon is stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But is the lock itself is stone, or does it have like a metal inlay?
It's got a metal inlay.
Okay. Do I know what kind of metal that is?
The metal itself is. Let me pull up a quick picture. So the metal around the lock itself is a darker, almost blackened steel. And then around it is a bright silver. Within it is a bronze face that leads into the actual keyhole itself.
I'm gonna shout out to the party the 3 kinds of metals I see and like maybe how big I think the keyhole is, and be like, we're looking for a key about this high with maybe these, and then I'll list the colors of metal. You know, either a bronze key or like a silver key, or what was the third, brass?
Bronze.
Okay, 2 bronze. Either like a bronze or a silver key about yay high. Sorry, Danielle, were you going to cast? Did you decide if you're going to cast or not?
I was kind of weighing the pros and cons of finding out what kind of magic it is, because even if I know what school of magic it is, don't know how it's going to be helpful if we don't have the key, because I don't really have a spell that would help to like
Unlock the door.
unlock the door. Yeah. Well, outside of maybe magic missile.
Did we like head out and try the other doorway?
We could, but we could also investigate the room really quick to see if we could find a key.
All right, I'll check over here where Gur is in this corner, where the rat was, and then we'll go from there.
Right.
Is that do you want an investigation or perception?
Yes, investigation.
Okay, so that's oh no, it's a 22.
22.
Yes.
Who else is looking?
I am. I've moved myself to where I want to look.
Okay. Make your check for me.
I'll take this corner.
Is an
Oops.
18.
Okay. So 18, 22. Kiri, make me a roll.
Investigation is a natural 23.
Unnatural 23. Really good rolls. So all of you are moving rocks and rubble and debris, and
Edgar's just kind of standing in the middle of the room watching. He's not getting
He's
on the
good
delegating
supervisor. Good
Mhm.
supervising.
Mhm.
And you're moving and shifting dust around, feeling the floor and the walls, looking for maybe hidden pockets like in the room before. And all 3 of you at some point stop looking because there is nothing to find in this room. If there is a key, it's not in this room. You're sure of that.
So, I say we go look through the other door, guys.
All right.
Kiri's gonna open this door and peek in.
I'm gonna be behind you again.
So, this simply leads you into a hallway
Check the hall for traps.
with 3 doors, one at the end of the hall and 2 branching off of it.
Based on what we know, I'd vote for left almost, just because we kind of tried to head that way and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what anybody else thinks, but
So the left door.
we should. This whole building makes me nervous now. I feel like we should check all of it.
We can try the left door first, though.
Do you want to
Okay.
roll a stone on the pathway to see if there's any booby traps?
Curie's gonna grab a stone and roll it down.
Okay.
We're bowling.
You roll the stone down the hallway and it clatters against the doorway here. Oh, whoops.
Where?
Wrong tool.
Where?
Clatters against the doorway here.
Okay.
Not very hard, but it does kind of hit and jumble around a little bit there. And nothing seems to have occurred through its passing.
I'm going to creep. I'm gonna grab like, I don't know, like a handful of stones.
Okay.
Just in
Like
case.
maybe.
They're
Yeah, maybe.
easy enough to find as you go along. They're all over the place.
Okay, I'm gonna
Just
grab
in
like.
case. Just because we keep using the stones, you might take the stones away from us. So
I'm gonna grab like 10 stones, and then I'm gonna do the. Oh, oops! What's happening? Okay, I'm gonna creep. What are we? What's life? Okay. I'm gonna sneak down to this door. I'm kind of following the wall, and I'm gonna do my little tap step, kind of.
Okay, you're moving to where now? Sorry.
I'm moving to the door on the left. Yeah.
Okay. So the stone relief carved within this door is the image of a dragon-like fish swimming.
dragon-like fish.
Dragon-like fish. Oh.
I was gonna say when I get to it, I want to do a check to see if I know from my vast studies if I know what it is. But that's we get there.
I assume that Kiri walks down the hallway, that I walk down the hallway, and then everybody else follows in there.
Yeah, we'll just call
Order.
it. Be like, the hall is clear.
Edgar's like as he's walking down, he's gonna be like tapping the walls with his
Oh.
stick and
Tap tap
just
tap.
kind of check things out and tap on the
I'm
door.
gonna check out this end door too while they're looking at those ones.
Okay, so if I wanted to know if I knew what the dragon-like fish thing was, is that insight or history or?
That I would make that a nature.
A neat. Oh, okay. Different.
Can I check the door for any traps? We are checking all these stinking doors. Learned from last campaign. Check more things. So I'm gonna check this door for traps. The fish one.
Oh, you're gonna check it for traps?
Mm-hmm.
Make an investigation check.
I'm rolling
Uh,
really. I like this dice. It may not be weighted properly, but 18.
18.
Yep.
There are no traps on this door.
Okay, that's
Um,
16 for me. For a nature.
16.
Yeah.
You're not sure the specific kind of animal, but it almost reminds you of a species of eel.
Of eel?
Eel.
Interesting.
And Kat, what did you say you were doing?
I want to check. I just want to look at the store on the end.
Okay. So you're checking, like you're opening the door, or like seeing if
No,
it's
I'm just
locked,
looking
or-
at it.
Okay, you're looking at it.
So investigation.
Perception.
Oh, cool. 17.
17. It is a regular door.
Okay.
There's not too much special about it, really. No carvings or magical essences. There's just stone door.
Okay.
Grace, were you doing anything?
Yeah, so Edgar was like tapping on the walls as he was walking by.
Okay.
And then he comes up to this door and like knocks on it with his quarterstaff.
Nothing seems to respond.
Walking stick. Okay, cool.
Was there any like reliefs or what does the door look like?
Not on that door. It's just a basic stone door.
And you
Aiden.
didn't feel any traps or anything, right, Kiri?
No, this door seems to be clear. Should we try to open it?
Say so. It's probably the most intriguing at this moment in time.
I'm going to try to open the door.
Okay. For that, I need you to make me a dexterity check with your thieves' tools. Caden, were you doing anything?
No, I was mostly just watching.
Okay. Oh, by the way, those who picked up the arrows from the skeletons, I want you guys to add to your inventory however many arrows you picked up. I believe Remy had 2 and Kiri had 1.
Yeah.
You have those arrows are +1 arrows.
Nice.
So they have +1 to attack and damage rolls.
So thieves' tools, dex. Sorry. That's a 15.
15. You push your thieves' tools in, and like before, you feel the subtle clicks and twangs of the springs inside. There's just one part of the lock that you get stuck on every time. It's not like the other door where your tools were getting pushed back. It's simply that you can't seem to line up the tools correctly with that particular spring.
Kiri, do you want me to try?
Yeah. No. Yeah, go ahead and try.
Let's see if I can roll better or not. Okay, maybe. That's Dex plus proficiency to my roll.
Yeah. Do you have expertise with thieves' tools?
Probably better since I'm a rogue.
Fair enough.
Don't you have to take it?
You can choose to have expertise with thieves' tools.
Oh, I don't have
And
expertise, but I have
You have proficiency. So
Yeah.
you can add your proficiency. It's just whether it's doubled.
Oh, yeah, no, but do I get to add my Dex modifier is what I was asking.
Yes, you get to add your
Okay.
dex and your
My Dex
proficiency.
and my proficiency. Perfect. That's
Yep.
what I was making sure. Okay,
Yep.
then I rolled a 21.
21. You feel what the spring that Kiri was talking about, and you feel a little bit, you nudge it, you kind of scrape at the side of it because you feel something sticky there, and you just push it and it pops. And with that, you twist the lock and the door begins to open.
For a second, I thought I was about to not get this lock, and I was like, how hard is this lock to open? Okay.
Good job, Remy.
Door open. Thanks.
So, this door, where's my cursor? Here we are.
Good question.
Indeed, it is. So, this room,
Oh.
this 10-foot square chamber is hewn from stone. It contains an upright keg fashioned of rusted iron, rusted pipes lead from the keg into the floor.
What the heck?
Interesting.
So I
Go ahead.
was gonna say I want to like maybe inspect the keg, see if there's any like I don't know, like openings or like nooks or crannies or anything that I can like move or shift or like.
So you see that the keg itself, like most other kegs, are sealed. There is a heavy metallic or a wide metallic lid on top of the keg. And as you kind of shake and kind of push the keg around just a little bit, you do hear the sound of sloshing liquid inside it.
So the keg, where are these steel pipes? Do they attach to the floor or?
They lead into the floor, yes. It's these
Okay.
two protrusions.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That makes
They
sense.
lead into the floor.
Is there like a lid? Can I open the lid?
Make a strength check for me.
Might need Gur to do it.
Just call him over. Oh. Hold on. Oh yes, I like this. This die may not be weighted right. 13.
13. You move it and it shifts just a little bit, but not enough to move it off.
Big guy, can you come lift this lid for me?
I was gonna say, with how tall she is, would she even have been able to lift, depending on how tall the keg was?
I mean,
Gur will say yes, and he'll start moving in.
okay. Make
Like-
a strength check for me.
Or he's gonna kind of move out to the doorway.
Oh, somebody, right.
16.
16.
Yep.
Yeah, that will allow you to move it. Give me just a second. So, where's my cursor? Why do I keep losing it? All right. So, you move this metal top of the keg off of it. And the sloshing continues inside the barrel. And you hear like a and this billow of steam comes out of the keg and disperses as it comes back down. More steam comes out and seems to gather on the floor and then coalesce into a strange, thin shape.
Did we just release a creature?
We usually do.
Was behind the door with the
That
fish
is-
god.
Extremely hard to see. And you
Man, I don't have any
see
flour.
crawling out of
Or paint or salt?
Yeah.
you see crawling out of the top of the keg the sound of the chittering. Another similar looking creature. However, this one, like, they both have these long noses and thin, scrawny bodies, almost seemingly just flesh and bone, with thin wings that hold them aloft. And they
Dobby?
look at you, Gurn. Roll initiative. Wonderful.
Didn't like the sound of that.
It's
Well,
not
that
as
one
bad as
wasn't
you think.
Quite as good.
So that is that, and that is that. Okay, so 25 to 20.
20.
20 for Gur. All right. 20 to 15.
17.
17. 15 to 10.
10.
I got 14.
14. 10 to 5.
8.
8. All right. So, Gur, you are first in the initiative order. You see both of these creatures, one of them crawling out of the keg, and the other one having coalesced and formed out of the steam to look in your direction. What do you do?
Hmm. Just knowing how Gur is, he's just gonna try to whack it with his great axe.
Which one?
The one that's still on top of the barrel-ish
The one
area.
that's on top of the keg?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
12.
That'll hit.
Oh, okay. I didn't think that was gonna hit.
This thing isn't necessarily that hard to hit.
That would be 7.
7. So you bring your axe down and embed it into the shoulder of this creature, and the ice that makes up its body cracks. As a...
I think it's
Ariel
angry.
is gonna get warm.
The next in the initiative, that's gonna be Siri.
Okay. I am going to. Oh, gosh. I always hate this. I miss being a cleric. Ah! Okay. I'm going to use poison spray. Well, actually, first, I'm going to move a little bit more this way, so I'm going to be by the door. So the one right by the door by Kyrian, I'm going to poison spray. So they need to do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. You throw out this spray of poison, and the liquid itself hits the creature and dissolves into it, and it looks down and looks back up at you almost questioningly and cocks its head to its side. This creature is immune to poison damage.
Wonderful.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to do as a bonus action?
I don't think I have anything that's considered a bonus action.
Okay.
I mean, I could look real quick, but I've always thought that they were further along. That's not it. Nope. And yeah, none of the things that I have are bonus actions.
Okay. So that's going to bring us to Remy.
Hi. And he's got half cover from where I'm at, doesn't he?
From
I guess I
where
can move
you're
through
at,
space.
yes.
Okay, 5.
Just keep in mind that you kind of end your turn in another creature's space. So
Yeah.
Danielle, you're probably going to want to move.
Go ahead and move, Daniel,
Either side.
so you can finish. There you go. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna hit that one with my rapier.
Make an attack roll.
That is a 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and I have sneak attack because there's something within.
Yep.
And that is 10 damage.
10.
Yep, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage. Never mind. Crap. Wait, can I still make it out? I can't go diagonally through the door, can I?
No.
5. Crap. I should have stayed on top of you. I guess I'm staying here because I can't actually
Don't
move
have
like I
enough
thought I
movement.
could. Well, I don't have. I can have enough to move on top of Kiri, but I can't move to my own space. So,
Yeah.
yep. I guess I'm done here. Great.
All right. So, next in the initiative order, that's going to bring us to Kiri.
Yay! Okay, so I'm gonna smack at the one immediately in front of me with my short sword.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Make an attack roll.
12.
12. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, and then it is. Ooh. 8 damage.
8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and that, did you add your sneak attack to that?
Oh no, I did not. Fancy. 12.
12. Okay. So, you swipe at the creature in front of you, and its form has already been beginning to disperse because of the attack from Remy. And as you swing your blade through it, its form shifts and drops as the steam that made its form drops and becomes no more.
It's, okay. And then it's gone, so I'm not gonna disengage or anything. I'll just stay there.
Okay. Edgar.
I don't think Edgar wants to get in this one. He's just gonna like move over a little bit, lean up against the wall, and like brace himself with his quarterstaff and just kind of watch them
So
all.
ready an attack if it gets within range.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just gonna chill.
Cool.
You got it, guys.
Yeah, basically. He's already been hit once. Like he's done with these monsters already.
So, it is the Ice Mephit's turn. And it is going to... Okay, cool. It is going to make an attack on Gur. That is a 11.
11 does not hit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's gonna end its turn, which is gonna bring us right around to the top of the initiative with Gur.
Alrighty. Okay. He's gonna attack again. That
Make an
same
attack
one.
roll.
Let's see. That would be 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alrighty. And that'll be 13.
13. Yeah, you bring your axe down again on it on the opposite side, and you cleave into it, and its body cracks around the blade, and you hear its chattering screech as it dies. And I need both Remy and Gur to make dexterity saving throws as when it dies, its body cracks and then explodes.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Let's see. I get advantage.
Yep.
Let's see, on my save, that would make it 19.
Okay. You both take 3 points of cold damage. As it explodes outward. And now it is dead, and you have a barrel before you, and other than that, an empty room.
I'm gonna look inside the barrel.
Okay. You pull yourself up and you look over the edge of the barrel into it, and you see within it, glittering, are 5 tiny sapphires.
Ooh! I'm gonna reach in and grab them.
Okay. So you have 5 sapphires worth 10 gold each.
How many are there? There's 5 of us. I'm gonna be like, guys, I found these. Here, you can have one, and I'm gonna distribute them.
Okay.
Wow, that's really nice.
So you each have a sapphire worth 10 gold.
Sick.
That was really cool. All right.
Oh, wait. So I guess we gotta pick a different door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiri's feeling pretty confident right now. Unless anybody else wants to do anything.
You know what?
Kiri's gonna inspect. Oh, I am trying to move the Zoom one and not my one. Kiri's gonna go inspect the store.
This door?
Oh wait, it's been inspected, hasn't it?
Yeah, I checked
Yes,
it.
it's just an
And
ordinary
I
door.
didn't have. Yep.
Kiri's
And
gonna
I think
open it.
hold pretty well.
Okay, you're going to open it?
Yep.
All right, so this is the point in time where I basically reshadow the map because I need to move it. So we're going to reset. Give me just a second, and I will.
Ah!
And now we're lost.
We're
Yep.
lost.
Lost in the black.
And that dark vision does nothing.
I don't have. Well, I've got a torch. No, you guys have dark vision, and I have a torch. That is still probably lit. I probably just hold it out to Siri whenever it like goes dead. Just like, please.
You what?
I said I hold my torch out to you every time. I don't know. It lasts an hour. We probably haven't like. Oh, we probably haven't hit an hour, have we?
I don't think.
No,
Okay.
you're getting near it, but
Okay.
you haven't quite hit it yet.
If it ever goes dead, like Kiri will just hold it out for you to touch again.
Yep. So I'll move your guys's characters in just a moment so that I can have everything set up correctly.
Sorry.
Oops, this is meant to be that. You need to line up. Isn't it fun when things don't line up?
What if I don't want to?
All right, so we are going to reveal this and this just so you guys can see it.
I assume that square's not supposed to be there anymore.
No, it's not. I tried clearing it and it didn't want to work, so I'm gonna try to take care of it now. So Kiri, you find yourself right over here, seeing inside. Now, let me see if I can.
I hate that this isn't like a drag and shift map. You have to always use
Yeah,
arrows.
It's because it's so big.
Yeah.
it is a fairly large map. I'll send you it sometime. So within here are crudely executed symbols and glyphs, scribed in bright green dye, decorate this large and irregularly shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the center shows evidence of a recent fire. A metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall contains a gaping hole and stands empty. A small wooden bench, draped in green cloth, is next to the cage, and several small objects rest on it. A bedroll lies near the wooden bench, and the sound of whimpering comes from inside it.
The bedroll?
Yes. Which is right over here. Michaela?
I was muted.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Kiri's gonna be a bit of a sucker. She's gonna call back, be like, "Hey guys, I think there's something in here," and then she's gonna approach the bedroll. How big is it? Is it bigger than her?
It would be something that she would be able to lay in comfortably.
And there's a thing in it whimpering.
Yes.
Okay. Be like, hey, is it bigger than her? I'm assuming that it's being covered by like the bedroll.
Yeah.
Is it bigger than her? Would she call it big guy or little guy?
It's roughly about the same size as you.
Oh, hey there. Hey, Gerd, do you want to back me up here?
When you begin to talk to it, it goes from whimpering to and whatever it is underneath the covers turns and looks at you, and you see this scaly red head, dragon-like in appearance, with yellow eyes, and its body is somewhat scrawny in its appearance, and you can see its face is just filled with grief.
Hey there.
And fear.
It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you if you don't hurt me.
Who are you?
Hi, my name's Kiri.
Evil.
Yeah. Hey guys, there's a tiny dragon over here. It's what's your name?
My name is Meepo.
I move closer.
There's a Meepo over here.
That's adorable.
That's not adorable.
And he's just pushing himself up against the wall, holding his bedroll to himself, and just looks terrified.
So it looks like a dragon, but Kiri wasn't sure if it was a dragon. Is that what she determined, or?
It's dragon-like in its appearance. The head has a series of small horns, and the face itself is somewhat. You can see the dragon resemblance,
Mm-hmm.
although there are
Differences?
there's differences.
Can I speak to it in Draconic and see if it responds or understands?
Yeah.
So I say, hello, my name is Siri. What's your name?
And the only thing that anybody else recognizes from it as it responds back is Meepo. My name is Meepo. But it does respond in Draconic.
In Draconic, okay.
Oh no, my language.
What?
I'll speak Draconic. How do you know Draconic?
I have Draconic ancestry. What kind of a dragon ancestry are you?
I don't know. We have dragon ancestors, but we don't know which dragon we come from. Do you know?
What you come from or where I come from?
Do you know both?
I know that I come from a fire dragon line, but that's about it.
Oh, a fire dragon.
What about, do you know what kind of power that you, like, in terms of dragon you come from? What inherent, abilities you have?
We don't have the same powers as dragons. We can't breathe fire or manipulate lightning. We're just Meepo.
Just Meepo. Okay.
What's it saying?
So it can speak Draconic, but it's not actually like a dragon. Related to a dragon, but not actually directly descended from a dragon.
Meepo, were you in the cage?
No.
What was it?
Meepo, not in cage.
It sounds so much like Smeagol right now, JR.
I was thinking like Stitch.
Oh.
What was in the cage?
It was a dragon. It was called Syrinx. It was our dragon.
It was a what dragon?
Our dragon.
Your dragon.
It was.
Our?
There's more like me. There's more Meepos. They don't call themselves Meepo.
Oh man, JR, you make it difficult.
There's more Meepos, but they don't call themselves Meepos. He's saying there's more like him, but they have different names. There was a dragon named Syrinx in the cage?
Oh, Syrinx.
A Syrinx.
Cow. Syrinx.
Talcyrix?
Calcryx.
Calcyrix.
Yep.
That was an actual dragon?
Yes, but we lost it. It was the wretched goblins. They stole it.
Oh my gosh, it just reminds me of Spiegel. They stole it from us, precious.
And the entire time, he's looking past you guys at the cage, and his face is just filled with sorrow and heartbreak.
How long ago was this?
Family?
It was What was that? Um, 11 days.
Oh.
Mm.
I asked if if the the others were like family to him.
The other meepers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, were.
Where are the other Meepos?
Mm, they're farther away from here. They leave Meepo alone
How come?
because Meepo was in charge of our dragon, and Meepo was in charge when the goblins took it. And Meepo, they don't want Meepo.
He's so
Dying.
sad.
Aw. Well, it's gonna be okay. We can help you find your dragon. We're going to go find the goblins.
Wait, I have a question. What color or what kind of dragon was? How am I pronouncing this again?
Calcyrix.
Calcyrix. Does Meepo know?
The color? The white.
White. Okay.
It's a white dragon.
Well, it's definitely not what I was. It's not the dragon that was mentioned by the other people. That's for sure.
Would you help us get our dragon back? Would you help me, boss?
Sure. Why were you keeping the dragon in a cage?
Meepo don't know, but Eustrel does.
Who?
Eustrel.
Who is that?
Meepo will take you to meet Eustrel, our leader, if you make nice. You get safe passage if you promise to make nice.
Exactly.
Maybe
what
if
does
you
make
promise... What?
What does make nice mean?
Make nice?
Yes. What does that look like?
No hurt.
No hurt?
No hurt. No hurt, Meepos.
No hurt Meepos? Okay. Does that mean that Meepos won't hurt us back?
Yes. Yes. Meepo make nice.
Can I tell if Meepo is like lying or
Make an insight check.
Okay. That is a 14.
He is a weeping little creature who has found a glimmer of hope in his life
Oh gosh. Oh no.
at the sound of the promise of rescuing the dragon.
We're just gonna add to our load here. I want to find out about the dragon and the people before here. You guys want to find your apple, and we gotta find another dragon. All right.
I mean, maybe this dragon will help you learn more about the other dragon.
Ask Meepo about the apples.
Oh, Meepo, do you know anything about the goblins? The goblins had red apples. Like, do you know anything about that?
Apple, apple.
Uh,
No, don't know. But Lustral does. Nipper
we're
tell
going
you to meet Lustral.
We'll make nice if you make nice.
Yes.
okay. Yeah, I want to know about these apples, and it might be nice to find the dragon. Pending, whispering to Siri. They use it for good purposes.
And not to attack the township nearby?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Though, if it's between our lives and the town's lives, that could cause some problems.
I mean, cross that. Kiri's not going to say anything. She's just going to walk over and look at the stuff on the table.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's see here. So the bench serves as almost a sort of a tiny altar. Resting on it are containers of green dye, a paintbrush made of goblin hair bristles, and 4 tiny jade figurines of dragons.
Ooh, can I when I'm looking at them, can I tell what kind of dragons they are?
Make an Arcana check for me.
That is a 19.
So they each there's 4 figurines, and while the color remains the same, the style of dragon,
Mm-hmm.
one looks like what would be considered a white dragon.
Okay.
These are also somewhat crude carvings.
Right. Okay.
Another appears to be like a blue dragon. Another as a green dragon. And another as a black dragon.
I just want to confirm, so I hold up the one that I'm assuming is the white dragon one to Mibo and ask if that was Calcerix.
He's looking at you and just slowly nods.
Okay.
He still looks terrified of all of you.
Even though I can speak Draconic to him, and I also have dragon scales, so I look a little more.
Yes.
I'd probably look a little more familiar to him, but.
He's terrified of you. There might be a little bit of awe mixed in with it. It's mostly terror.
Okay.
The only person that's his size is the halfling.
Well, that's true. It's tiny.
Grr is like huge.
When we came in, didn't you say that there was writing of some sort on the walls in the green
Yes.
stuff? Okay.
They are crudely formed. The symbols themselves are crudely formed, but they are draconic.
Okay, they
And
are.
they read, "Here there be dragons."
Well, all right. Wait, how does that look? The writing, does it look old to me, or is this relatively new writing?
I mean, it's not old because it's not like carved in, it's just painted.
Right. Okay.
You don't necessarily know how long it's been there, but I mean, it's not that old.
It's not super fresh, but it's not like super old either. It's
Yeah.
dried, and it's noticeable.
Mhm.
Okay. Gotcha. Before we go, I want to ask Meepo, what do you do in this room?
We keep watch over Calcirix.
So is this like it was a fire pit, right?
Yes.
What's the fire pit for?
That is a good question.
Haha.
What is it? What does it say? It um, that's where we put our dead after the goblins get them.
This was like a burial. Well, I not
A
entirely
funeral pyre.
sure. Yeah, a funeral pyre, basically. Oh dear! So if we go over there, we're
Yes.
gonna see cracked bones. Great. She also holds up the other figurines and asks Meepo if he's met other dragons, like the ones represented in the figurines.
No.
Then why do you have them? What are they for?
Because they're dragons.
Do you worship dragons?
He kind of looks up, considering the question, almost as if he's trying to determine what it means. Just,
Hmm.
Meepo. Meepo don't know? Or perhaps.
Okay. What would Calstrix do for you? Like you kept him in the cage, but
We've kept Calceric safe.
from who?
The goblins.
How big is Calcerix?
They can live in the cage.
How big is the cage?
Uh,
Like
the
wise.
the
It
what?
doesn't really look that big.
It's like 10 foot by 10 foot.
Yeah, it's a little bigger than like 10 foot by 10 foot, pretty much.
It looks a little smaller than 10 foot by 10 foot, but okay.
Yeah. But how tall is it?
It's about a 10 foot by 10 foot cube.
Okay. So this would be a small dragon.
Yes.
How long have you known him? How long has he been here?
Um, 11 days?
I doubt it.
You said the goblins stole it 11 days ago.
I think-
Meepo live underground.
Okay, Meepo, please take us to your leader friend. What's his name?
What's
Take us to your
down?
leader.
Yes, take us to your leader. Take me to your leader.
Okay.
Right back.
Oh,
So he takes you down, and I'm gonna reveal. Oh, the map isn't big enough. So he leads you down this hallway, and as he's going along, the rest of you hear him sounding like the same phrase in gibberish over and over again. Danielle, you hear him as you're walking along. He's just shouting, "Tickle corn! Tickle corn!
Tickle corn? What?
Tickle corn!"
Oh my.
And he leads you all. I'm gonna move you guys down that way because that's easier. Scroll back. into what appears to be a long hallway. Let's see here. If we go to this, we will. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. So, I realize that's probably somewhat disorienting. I just had to shift to the map. So,
Okay.
there we go.
Why I keep eating these?
What are you eating?
Oh, Takis.
Really?
Ah.
Huh.
I like Takis.
Can't touch them. They'll make me sick.
Fair enough.
I sometimes muted myself because I've been coughing and gagging.
Fair enough.
If you-
Oh, whoops.
My students say turbos are good too.
Yeah. I prefer Takis over the two.
And say hot Cheetos used to be the thing, and then Takis came about, and now turbos. Just so many things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
I say, Daniel, I would pick hot Cheetos over Takis, but I would pick hot fries over both. So
Hot what?
hot fries,
Is that a different brand of something?
not the Cheetos brand though. There's a certain brand.
Okay.
I don't know what brand it is though. Cheetos does have a hot fries brand. Hot fries though.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now back to our game.
Yes.
Yes. Now,
You took us to Yalida.
yep. A short throne stands near the west wall, constructed of fallen bits of masonry, stacked against an old altar. On the top of the altar sits a variety of small items. The portion of the altar that serves as the throne's back features a carving of a rearing dragon. A metallic key is held firmly within the dragon's open jaws.
Ooh. Need that key.
Yeah.
And you see, sitting on this throne is another draconic looking individual with sleeker features, the same color of scales as Meepo, and the same yellow eyes. And they are dressed in a what would basically be the equivalent of a tattered white tablecloth.
Toga.
And Meepo immediately falls on the ground, arms out, face on the floor.
But hey, everybody, quick break. Guess what just happened?
What's up?
So I'm just sitting here in my room, right?
Uh-huh.
Sitting out maxing, and I thought I heard something. I was like, weird. Okay, Luna didn't react, so I was like, okay. Then it happened a couple more times, and Luna actually got up. So I was like, okay, go look out my window. Jared's standing outside my window. throwing
Oh.
Oh.
He's just standing outside your window.
Yep, and he's here. He brought me an early birthday present.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Also kind of creepy.
Kind of. Was he like throwing rocks at your window? Is that
Hey,
the sound?
they're pebbles, all right? They're pebbles. I did the classic thing where you.
I hear Jared.
That's funny.
The
That's
classic.
funny. Well done, Jared.
You should have stood outside
Well
with the
done.
boombox, man.
Yeah.
The Pelbos are cute, though.
Don't you forget about me.
Anyway, so yeah, that's why I left.
That's cute. Oh. So you got an early birthday present.
Garrett escaped his house. What?
That's a long story.
I want to hear it later.
All right, let's just say it's Mission Impossible. We're gonna do that.
You are wearing.
Alright.
He's wearing all black.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
I just
Went
said
all
I-
ninja.
All right.
So I'll be a minute.
Okay.
Understandable. Ugh.
All of a
Alright.
sudden, he shows up at your house, Danielle.
I had a surprise visit today from Heather and Dale, and you know what they brought me? They brought me enough toilet paper to last me like 3 months.
Nice.
Because a roll of toilet paper for one individual, me, lasts about 2 weeks.
Nice.
So I got like 16 rolls of toilet paper.
Need the real MVPs.
Yeah. It was a huge thing of toilet paper. So if anybody ends up needing some, I have some to share. But hopefully we all get out of this quarantine mess by like mid-May.
Yeah.
I hope so.
At least by August, I really want.
Before August, Michaela.
Yeah, no,
Way
like
before
August at the
August.
very latest.
No,
but, like,
July.
I really.
I mean, like,
At this point,
I
I'm
wanna
kind
be
of
able to go in a
hoping. I'm sorry.
pool.
At this point, I'm kind of hoping it goes through July, just so I don't have to go through the busy season at work. That might be selfish, but
See, I need to find a job because they're not going to pay me over the summer.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye out. I don't know. It's hard to find things though that aren't like high risk.
Mhm.
I applied for some online tutoring jobs, but those are just so hard because you have to like self-advertise as well.
Yeah.
I'm just
yeah.
like, eh.
So are we continuing without Grace or waiting for Grace?
Let's
We should
wait.
probably continue. No, we should probably continue without Grace. Grace is going to be a while, I bet.
Yeah, she probably is.
Somebody brought her an early birthday present.
I would say he's pretty much the early birthday present, just saying.
Yeah. So you see sitting upon this throne another of these scaled dragon-like figures. The horns are... This individual has less horns than Meepo, and they are more pushed outwards.
Same size,
Wearing... What?
like same height.
Yeah, same height as Meepo, or similar height.
Okay.
And they have themselves covered in what would essentially be a tattered white tablecloth.
Yep.
And on one finger, they have a large ring with a piece of amber set into it. And they look down at Meepo and up at you and just slowly looks over the group of you.
Is Meepo gonna do an introduction?
He's basically just kept himself knelt, almost prostrate on the ground. Just
So I'm going to go forward. And I'm going to extend, like, do a simple, like, at the waist bow and introduce myself. And I'm going to speak in Draconic. My name is Siri, and then I introduce each of the party to him, pointing them out and saying that we are looking for the goblins. One, I'm looking to know more about. I always forget how to.
A Chardalon?
A Chardalon. And that I let him know that Meebo had told us about what happened with the dragon, and I want to know how long ago that happened. With
Okay.
the utmost respect.
And as you go about this individual moves their eyes over each of your companions in turn as you introduce them, and then watches you as you say these things that you come looking for goblins. Meepo says you're friendly.
Is he speaking in Draconic?
For the moment.
Okay.
You know of the goblins, then? You seek them out? Why?
To acquire an apple or an apple tree. We are trying to help villagers nearby who the goblins have been, well, what's a good term for this? It's not like they're swindling them exactly. I don't kind
The
of.
goblins will not have the apple. They will not have this fruit. They merely serve the one that grows it.
So you know about the apple or the apple tree?
Yes. The dragon thieving goblins are the servant of the one that grows it.
Was the one that grows it the one that brought the goblins here?
No.
What do you know why the goblins were the goblins here first, or was the one that grew the apples here first?
They did not grow the apples here. They came after their eventual master did. Meepo, stand up! It just snaps at Meepo, and he quickly scrambles to his feet and just kind of pushes himself to the side of the wall here and just looks down. Doesn't make eye contact, just
So this is basically Jar Jar Binks we're dealing with here.
Meeple told us that the goblins took.
that is correct.
How long ago did this happen? Do you know?
Time is difficult when you live under the earth. By my best guess, perhaps a few weeks.
Do the goblins reside in the Citadel?
Yes, they do.
So separate from you,
Yes.
but they entered your territory to take away the dragon.
Yes.
How were they able to overpower the dragon? Do you know?
I was not there, So the exact methods of their theft is unknown to me. The only one that managed to survive was him. And he doesn't know anything useful. Do you?
Oh dear.
It just cringes against the wall, refusing to look up. But should you return Calcirix to us, I shall grant you a reward.
I'm waiting for Rem. Oh, that's because nobody can understand yet. Ha ha ha.
And if you like, Meepo may accompany you if you should so desire. He might be an incompetent guard, but he does know these halls.
Well, we would certainly like to help as much as we can. Why is Calstrix so important to you?
Because kobolds are the heirs to dragons.
They were kobolds.
What?
Nothing. I was patting myself on the back for knowing they were kobolds or guessing.
Yep. Like, kobolds are the heirs of dragons. This place used to house those who worshipped one. They
You
have
know what
long
happened
since
here.
abandoned it. I know nothing of the history of this fortress, except of the name of the dragon that was once revered here.
A Chardalon.
Yes.
There's a room that's locked. Do you know what's behind it?
Let me see here. That is. Let me double check something here. At the entrance of the citadel.
Yes.
She points the clawed ringed hand up at the key above her. I have been there, or at least my scouts have. I'll tell you what. You bring Calcirix back to us, and I'll give you the key.
Siri, she pointed at the key. What's happening?
As part of the reward for bringing him back, or as the reward?
As the reward, you can either have that, or you can have 2 of the items on the altar.
I'm gonna go for that key. Not even gonna hesitate on that. I want the key. Okay.
We should get both.
What?
We should try for both.
For all 3 items?
The
You want-
items and the key.
I don't know if he'd be willing to do that.
We're only level 2s. We could probably take him later.
You can tell that it's a she.
Okay. We could probably take her later.
Siri, what's she saying?
Okay, so I relay back all the conversation to them, and I think that I think that we should. I mean, it takes us into the territory of the goblins, so we could learn more about the tree and who their master is. Hopefully save the dragon, who hopefully won't, want to attack us as well.
That's my concern. What if we save this dragon and then it attacks the city later?
Well, they did keep it in a cage.
You need to transport a dragon also.
A
Okay, how are
dragon
we
can
going to
walk
transport
on
a
all
dragon?
fours.
How are we going to get it to come with us?
Well, I mean, I can speak to it, and I do have... Ooh, I don't know what I just did to my screen, but okay.
How
I
do we-
do have the ability to, like, when I'm interacting with dragons, I have a double proficiency when I'm trying to, like, persuade. So
Okay.
that could come in handy. Also,
Yeah,
we'll
'cause-
have Meebo, who apparently knows this, knows the dragon. And
They kept him in a cage.
yeah, I'm not entirely clear on it, that part. Exactly.
They said it
Yeah,
was to
I'm not-
protect it from the goblins, but like, I don't know.
I doubt the dragon saw it that way, but
I don't want to save this dragon and then have it attack the town later. Like, it would be nice to have Meepo, but
What kind of chaotic character are you?
chaotic good.
Okay.
Just because you're chaotic doesn't mean that you do everything recklessly.
Well, I'm not saying that it's not that I'm considering it not reckless, but it's more of just like I'm not entirely thinking that we're setting the dragon free per se. We're just taking it from the goblins. And not really worrying about the town people right now, just worrying about the goblins and the Meebos at the time. That's where my neutral brain is going.
Oh, curious, chaotic good. I don't want to set. I don't want that on my head. I don't want to set a dragon on a town. I want the apple. What if we just take the key, take the meepo, and get out of here?
Well, we don't know how many other Meebos are around here, and I don't really want to fend off an attack when we could at least try to do this, like, without us having to fight at this point in time. Anybody else have anything they want to weigh in on?
Yours not going to be much help, I can tell you that.
Okay.
Because his intelligence is -1.
Yet he wanted to come on this quest. Why?
Money, the apple.
Yeah, money.
Okay. Well, if he wants the apple, this is one way to get to the apple without having to deal with, getting lost around here, because Meebo's going to be our guide.
That's true, but just -1 over here.
Yes. What about Remy?
I say we go kill the goblins for XP points, but that's metagaming, so.
Wow.
So I feel like if we're gonna kill the kobold, we can at least wait until we try the other thing.
Yeah, I'd rather worry about attacking the kobold or taking things from the kobold after we try the goblins first.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't think we can take it from him with the setup right now, for sure.
Yeah.
What if we distracted her?
Still, they'll know it's us. We'll still have to go kill her.
Okay.
So.
So
I'm not about killing somebody who hasn't offended me, so...
no, I don't want to kill her.
I know, but if we steal the thing, it's gonna be she's gonna come after us, so we're gonna have to kill her.
That's an act of aggression, and right now we're in neutral ground. There has been no active aggression, so I don't really feel like being the aggressor at this point in time.
But I want to know what's on the other side of that door. Okay, we
I
can.
just told you, we'll get the key if we bring the dragon back.
We didn't say that we'd put the dragon back in the cage. We'll just bring it back to their side of the place.
I guess it would hurt. If we don't like the dragon, we could always.
While this is happening, I turn towards the thing and ask if the dragon was a prisoner. Turn towards whatever her name is and ask.
Oh, you're asking me if the dragon is a prisoner.
Yes.
Kobold.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The only answer. Let's see. How would I put this? Because it doesn't explicitly say.
They made it vague on purpose.
The dragon is here to be kept safe. To know of life and its servants.
Is
Even
it always kept in a cage here?
so far until the goblins broke it out.
So what happens when it exceeds the capacity of the cage?
Then we use it to take the rest of the goblins
That's your
and
plan?
expel them from this
As a-
place.
So your plan, have you raised this dragon from a hatchling?
Yes.
Oh, that's good information. So this dragon knows nothing of dragon life.
Yes, although it is still intelligent.
Oh yes, I imagine so. But you and its guardians, and I do air quotes for guardians, have not taught it natural ways of being a dragon.
Instincts cannot be taught. Instincts are simply known innately.
Mhm.
We all have them.
Yes, so when it outgrows the cage, you want to use it as a weapon to take back the citadel.
To give it a good home.
Would you then let it roam free?
Underground? It can't go anywhere else.
It can. You would be the one putting the limitations on whether it can leave the citadel or not.
You do know we're underground.
There is an outside.
There is. At the entrance of the citadel. The place that it will end up being is not in the entrance. You will see.
I don't like the sound of that.
That is why we need to expunge the goblins from this place, for they hold it from us.
Do you feel that this is your place, or this is the place for the dragon?
I don't believe the two are mutually exclusive. We might raise the dragon, but we also live to serve it.
So if the dragon desires to leave the citadel, you serve the dragon, not the dragon serves you. Would you let it go?
It will not want to leave.
And why is that?
This is an ancient holy site where dragons were worshipped long ago. This will again be a site where the great Calcirix will be worshipped. And dragons enjoy worship.
And how did you come to find the citadel if you were not one of its original people?
How did you come to find it, sorceress?
Shoot.
I came upon knowledge through the village. I was not specifically looking for this citadel, but because I learned about it, I wanted to come and look and to learn more because I am very much interested in the ancestry of dragons.
Yes. And so is it so improbable that knowledge that you came about, others cannot, and others cannot be intrigued by?
No, that is not, improbable. But it is interesting that you know enough to and brought a hatchling here, if it's from my understanding, that you came here specifically to raise the dragon.
And what is your point?
Is this all in English or common? Or common or draconic?
That depends entirely on Danielle.
Depends on me.
On whether you switched back or not.
I feel as a point in my character to have pride in her dragon history, or what she knows anyways, that she would give at least, she would speak draconic to the kobold because of the relationship between the kobolds and the dragons, and to show a sense of respect. So she would continue to speak draconic, but she would also be pausing and relaying information to you as well.
Sorry, holding tongue out because I keep eating these.
Stop eating the Takis. Put them away.
They're my brother's.
Strength. Is he sitting next to you?
Yes.
Hello.
He can't respond. He doesn't have audio. He doesn't have a microphone. He says hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so I guess my final thing, because I know Kiri's gonna want to know, is
Kiri's getting ready to say the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and
well, so Siri is confirming that they want to keep the dragon trapped here. They're not expecting that, they are not wanting or believing that the dragon will leave the citadel, potentially causing, the mayhem of it going maybe towards the village or something like that, that they are expecting it to want to stay here to be worshipped. And I almost said fawned over, but that's not really what's going to happen.
Poor dragon.
No.
Is there any other reason? Something deeper or darker to want to have a dragon here? Is there something that needs to be protected or to keep in that's worse than having a dragon here?
You're asking Eustrail?
Yes.
So far as I know, no. Of course, the fruit that is grown may be nice. To wrench that from the goblin's hand and their master.
Do you know who their master is?
An outcast.
A
He
human?
lives below
Below? Below where?
Below the citadel, the place we wish to take Calcirix.
Is that like a special chamber that the previous dragon and the worshippers would go for their worship?
I don't know that.
Okay. Well,
I say we just take the meepo and try to find the apples, and if we come across a dragon, we can return it if it seems nice.
well, we are willing to go and to find Calcifex and help bring. Is it a him or a her, the dragon?
Let me scroll down. It is female.
Bring her back. If it is her desire to be brought back.
Good.
All right. Meepo, come with us. We're heading on out now.
He almost seems to like unpeel himself from the wall. The entire time he's just pressed himself as much as to flatten himself as much as he can against the wall. Just kind of almost peels himself off. And that is where I think we will end for the night.
Cool.
It's good.
Cool. Interesting.
Very.
Very interesting.
We got our work cut out for us.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah,
We gotta find the stinking apple and return a stinking dragon.
And I want to get that key to go into that room.
I'm trying to decide whether or not Kiri would try to steal it anyways.
If you do against the party's wishes, let me tell you, you're going to make an enemy.
What's your sleight of hand modifier?
Sleight of hand is +3.
Okay. So mine's a +6, so
Okay.
we have backups too. We got options.
Remi's going here. Kiri will just start be like, Remy. Kiri will just give Remy a nod, be like, towards the thing, and then she'll just start
We can make hand motions
Fire.
in Cantrip, remember, or in Thieves Camp, remember?
oh, that's right.
Could we potentially do this only if we can't bring the dragon back?
What? Oh, we're not consulting Siri on this. This is a circus business here.
Well, fine. We've ended anyways, so it won't be able to happen until next session.
The hippopotamus faints at midnight.
What?
Oh my god.
That did not make any sense.
That's the point, I think. Thieves can't.
Thieves
doesn't.
can't.
Oh, that's what you were doing. I thought you were referring to the lateness of the hour, and I was like, what?
No.
Ah, yes, and the crocodile swims idly on by through the miring bog.
I thought you were trying to do something from Alice in Wonderland.
Of course, with that, we probably only said... and probably with that, we only got, how are you? Good.
Yeah, doesn't it take 4 times as long?
It
I think so.
takes a long time to say anything in the old Entish.
We just finished saying good morning. But it's
Good
night.
morning. It's nighttime. It's like,
We were
No.
just
That scene made me so
be
mad.
hasty, Master Mariadoc.
I
What was
just
that,
wanted to throw. I just wanted to throw something at him and be like, "Talk faster."
A
Where's the speed up button on this?
hit. A fine hit.
A hit. A fine hit. And he's just like throwing pebbles at orcs.
Knocking him over, though. That's pretty good.
Yup.
I have to say, Danielle, you should consider yourself lucky that Kiri doesn't have Mage Hand yet. Because the only reason that she hasn't gotten the key is she can't just grab it from afar. Otherwise, she would have gotten it while you were talking. That would have been like, no.
Oh my gosh. Siri doesn't like confrontation.
But if they're sneaky.
If you fail,
Oh yeah, then it would end horribly.
this
If we
is
do
why
our
Siri
jobs,
doesn't
you
like
should-
those kind of things.
If we do well, we have proficiencies. This is literally our job. It's just
I mean, like, Mage Hand, though. Does Mage Hand have sleight of, like, can you apply sleight of hand to Mage Hand?
I believe so.
Yeah. As a trickster, or as a arcane trickster.
And I can turn my Mage Hand invisible.
It is,
Um,
yes.
Or yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I have the option to make it skeletal. Yeah, it's invisible. So you don't even see the hand. It would just be this key sliding along the wall.
Siri would be so frustrated with you if you did that while she was talking.
I can't wait till level 3. We need to go attack some goblins.
Uh,
I have a feeling Siri's gonna have a headache.
Mama wants Mage Hand.
Mama wants me.
Michaela, did you see the image I found for you?
My little icon.
Yeah.
I saw it. It's not very. Hold on. Let me try to. Oh yeah. I don't know that that's exactly how she would do her face paint, but
No, but it's the closest thing I found.
I think
And
it's.
you got a doll. What are you,
decent.
voodoo magic?
I don't have the doll. Is not a.
Listen, I looked up Halfling Circus. That was the best thing I found.
No, I think it works. It's a close. I definitely didn't picture. It's not like, but it works for the essence of like the feel.
Mhm.
Oh, also, Kiri's jumpsuit would have legging, or her leotard would have leggings. I forgot that leotards don't come with not leggings, but it would be a.
Like opaque tights?
No, like
Kind
it would
of.
be like more like a catsuit type.
Oh, you want a spandex suit, basically.
Yeah.
You want to look like Cat Lady.
No,
Yeah.
it's colored. It's like a circus outfit, like a
very
trapeze.
flamboyant Catwoman.
I know what you're talking about, Michaela.
Like it's not because I was like leotard because I don't want to say catsuit because that pulls up the wrong image.
That makes people think of Catwoman
Catwoman.
and Anne Hathaway.
So it's like
What's wrong with that?
It's a catsuit, but
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
But right now she's actually wearing. She would have changed. She'd be wearing a black outfit with black leather armor. Because she's doing sneaky stuff, and so she has a sneaky outfit.
Sneaky outfit.
Sneaky outfit with armor. Her AC goes up.
And I don't know if you guys could really see it, but this is. Oh, whoops. That is Meepo.
It won't pull up. Oh, there.
Sorry.
Little meeple.
The thing he's holding in his hand is a broken, like, leather harness.
Mm.
It's very interesting because in other like fantasies, kobolds are not related to dragons.
Whether they are or they aren't, most kobolds believe that they are. Purely because of how they look.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they aren't, they'll still claim that they are.
Well, that depends on what fantasy your world in, because not all fantasies do have the same connections.
This is true. I mean, I've got shoot. I mean,
I
my
will say,
orcs
remember
aren't.
how many books I have read and how, like, what is my specialty?
Well, not only that, but I mean, like, just looking at the differences between most people's orcs and mine. Most people's orcs are like savage and brutal, like Lord of the Rings, whereas
Mhm.
mine are very high-thinking, noble druids living in swamps and cannibalistic halflings.
Oh my, cannibalistic halflings. Well, wait a second.
Huh?
Why are you laughing? Kiri is Kiri a cannibalism?
No.
Is Kiri a cannibalism?
Sorry, I meant to say cannibalist, or a cannibal, whatever form is best in that regard.
No, Kiri is not a cannibal.
As far as you
Yeah,
know.
like, well, yeah. First of all, none of you know that. Secondly, none of you know halflings actually exist. You think they're mythological figures.
I think Kiri is a weird gnome.
Yep, a very deformed gnome.
Yep. With a bright red birthmark on her face.
Wait, so because I remember you saying that certain races aren't common here. So, like, my race is not uncommon-ish? Or I'd just be assumed to be an elf and it doesn't matter that I change with the seasons.
Be a weird elf.
I'm a weird elf. Okay.
You're clearly much more magical, and therefore you are much more scary.
Okay. Interesting.
The
I
unassuming
would say, is
little
anybody in our
mission.
party considered relatively normal to this, like, existence?
I
Edgar.
think the most
No.
normal individual is Edgar.
Okay.
That's sad.
I think I'm the least scary after that. Or least
Oh.
unknown after that.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I guess the halfling isn't scary. So I had to correct myself there.
Yeah. I'm different, but I'm not scary.
Okay,
I-
but so me and the
Yeah, 'cause most
bugbear are
people
probably
think
the
you're a
scary
gnome.
ones.
Yeah.
Especially the bugbear.
Yes.
Especially
Yes.
bugbear.
Bugbear is the scariest of all. Yes.
You're more of they're scared of you because they don't know.
Well, I also have dragon scales. I also
Yeah,
have
exactly.
swirling tattoos. I look like an elf, but I'm not entirely an elf.
Yeah, their fear of you comes from unknown, like a mystery.
Mhm.
Their fear of him is that
That's
they
primal.
probably yeah.
Instinct.
Yep.
Yeah. So definitely.
And then I'm going to end the recording.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, you probably should have done that a while ago.
Yeah.
Probably.
Grace never came back.
I
I'm
think
not
it's
surprised.
good to
That's why I told us
establish
not to wait.